Oh my God, 28.
For something, I feel like today should have started with like a news little thing. It was like ding 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 ding. Back on Channel 7. Like,
last week it was giving smooth jazz. This week is giving Channel 7. That's Rudy.
Hi y'all. How y'all doing today?
Hey guys.
Yes.
Welcome to Soul Palate Podcast.
Soul Palate Podcast. We're back on another episode 41, baby.
41, bitch. I'm D.
Capri.
And here we taste shit, and we normalize the black and brown palate, and we talk about a little bit of everything under the sun while we do it.
Yep.
And we have a good time.
That's about it. That's about what we're doing today.
It's about that in a nutshell. I think we're overdue for a guest. We need to figure out who we can.
No, I agree.
Get on next, like an in-person guest, because Melinda was great. Hey, girl.
I want Monica to come on.
Yes, and I want Adina to come on too.
Actually, I was gonna ask if Susie wanted to, but I think that our day out with Pernod starts early on Sunday, so I gotta get the itinerary from Queenie.
Okay.
But I kind of wanted Suzu while he was in town to come on too.
Ooh, fun.
Which I
Okay.
think would
First
be
of all,
cool.
I love that his name is Suzu, so I'm down to meet anybody with such a great name.
Yeah,
Love that.
But yeah, I was thinking, Monica girl, come on out.
Guess what we're drinking today, y'all?
Yes,
Fucking vodka.
it's our second time.
Look at God. A
Yeah,
whole nother lineup.
I
of
love
fucking
it.
Vodkas.
I love it.
We're, yeah.
This is exciting for me. You guys know I'm an advocate to say that vodka could taste like this.
I know.
And so it's fun that this happens.
And every last one of these are available at Seelbachs right now. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is a good one where we're not tasting stuff where you may or may not be able to get it.
True.
All of these are available.
We love that. We love
so
that.
I'm excited. We're starting in Atlanta and we're ending in Memphis.
Yes. And so if you do want these vodkas, make sure that you put in our free shipping code SOUL, SOUL.
Giving soul.
Yes. And, get that free shipping, y'all.
Yes.
Shout out to the Seelbachs.
And that's all.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it.
Seelbachs.com, bitch. Download the app.
Okay, so all
While you're
American
at
vodkas
it.
we got?
All American vodkas.
True.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Tom, you still have that African one, right?
I still have the African one.
Yes. I think we should save that for when the owner who we met last week
Yes.
sends us the gin.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll just taste his brand, period.
Right. And just do a whole.
So we'll talk about that.
Which I
brand
still
when
do
we get
have
those
these
bottles.
smaller ones.
Oh, the same
I brought them back.
ones.
Yeah.
I still want to send full-size bottles
Oh, no,
for
he
the
will.
sake of the... Okay. Yeah, for the sake of the video. I mean, we did sample sizes for the 291, and that was cool.
But these,
Okay.
these are like really
These
cute.
have really pretty
tiny-
labels, and like
They're
it's the
so
pretty
pretty,
color. I love
yeah.
that rose bottle. I still
Yes.
want to try that, actually. Ooh, the rose one is in there?
Yeah, I got all of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to try that.
I got all of them. Yep.
Bet. All right, but yeah, we're doing vodka, y'all.
Yes.
It's
First
a
we
good
sip.
one.
First we
It's
sip.
A good time. So first we sip.
We're
We
starting.
are starting with Old Fourth Distillery's
Okay.
vodka. And I'm just going to read a little snippet from the distiller
A little
himself. A little snippet or some, you know, some. So it says we start with regionally grown sugarcane, a minimally refined turbinado. Our choice for this as our base was made for several reasons. One, it is non-GMO, renewable, environmentally sound, gluten and pesticide free. Okay. Also, because we are located in an urban area, we needed something we could convert to alcohol with no waste. Love that.
Yeah.
Our only byproduct is pure distilled water. We process our vodka through state-of-the-art Carl still, C-A-R-L in all caps.
Okay.
Carl has been manufacturing distillation equipment for 130 years. Got it. Distilling our spirit 3 times gives us a neutral vodka with a hint of sweetness. Okay. And it's an 80 proof. I think all of these are 80 proof.
All right.
I got to double check on the smoke wagon. Ooh, sorry for those on YouTube who may see my
Oh, they
titties.
got a new smoke wagon and a half vodka.
Because they don't advertise it like that.
Okay.
They really only talk about their whiskeys.
Right.
So
That's gonna be fun. To
that's
get to.
mainly why. So it'll be interesting. I've actually never tried their vodka before. I've had the bottle for ages.
Well, all of these we have on the lineup have whiskeys in their house, right?
Actually, yes.
Sweet.
So yeah, because Old Fourth, we've done a couple of single barrels through them, but yeah, they have a really nice bottle and bond bourbon. Great Wagon Road distills the Salamander vodka, and they have their Rua single malt has been voted like whiskey of the year a couple times now.
Wow, nice.
So we're always selling that stuff. They also do poteen, which is like a spirit recipe from ages ago that like is a thing that's kind of coming back, but they've been like consistently been making poteen. Maybe I should do an episode with that. Just like some off the wall spirits like aquavit and poteen and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. I have a few to pull. Anyway, and then so Smoke Wagon, of course, they're popular for their bourbon, but their experimental ryes are actually also really good. Nice. I actually prefer the ryes over the bourbons.
Okay, cool.
And then Dominick, they do their Hulling Station series of 3 different types of whiskeys. So they got a bourbon, a wheat whiskey, and a blend.
So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, if you don't know, actually, a few distilleries start with vodkas to get their foot out the door to make some money so that they can aid
so they can afford to age their
whiskey production. Yeah. So it's like it's a quick way, but it's also cool for me, it's like it's a cool way to kind of refine the way that you use your grains before, playing around and get it to a whiskey too. So
yeah. Sometimes I wonder with the distilleries who make whiskeys and vodkas and all of that, like, are they just using their mash that they use for their whiskey distillate and just refining it more?
I guess it depends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it definitely depends. I think some people, I mean,
I guess
the grains that they use, some of them
extra characterful.
Right.
And that's typically not
because you're not running it as long.
Vodka.
Yeah. You're running this longer so that it can be this clear and this high proof. Yeah. Technically before they water it down. It's funny that they water vodka down, but they tell you that you have to distill it to such a high proof.
Yeah. I don't
always bring it back down to 80.
I want to try some strong. I guess once it gets to a certain proof, it's just basically Everclear, huh?
Yes.
Exactly. Say, why can't I have my vodka and barrel strength? At that point, it's Everclear.
Yeah. Okay. So that's just all that's going on there. That answer. They don't want us to be that crazy, which we were in college. Because why would they even sell that? Why would they even let us? That was when I drank the
most vodka ever in my life was college.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Drinking all the flavors of Smirnoff.
Oh come on, all the flavors of Sky,
but I wasn't all the flavors of Sky.
All Sky, because first off the bottle was cute as fuck, so just having the bottle, and then I was fancy when I saw the Grey Goose bottle for the first time. I was like, ooh, that's the only vodka I'm gonna drink. I was drinking.
That's how I felt about Belvedere for a little bit.
Yes, it was just about the bottle. What?
That was my pinky up vodka.
Okay.
And maybe a little Stoli, Stoli Schneier.
And then I was drinking a shit ton of Bacardi flavored rum.
Bitch, yes. I was about to say Bacardi, fucking dragon fruit.
Bridge,
put that
it was like dragon fruit. Dragon
in the freezer. I think it was it Dragonberry? No, Dragonberry.
It was Dragonberry, and it was
Dragonberry. Oh, bitch, the college drink.
Oh, bitch, and you used to drink so much because it was so cold that you didn't have to wear a coat.
Girl,
what kind of thinking process
I was wearing me a thin ass coat trying to be cute if we was going into a club and I had to worry about where I was going to store my coat because I'm not wearing that bitch in the club.
Listen,
child.
Or if we had to walk to a house party because I went to Howard, so you could walk to all the house parties around here.
Definitely was walking to the house parties at VCU.
It was like
we need to have like a college nostalgia episode.
Yeah, we should figure out like
episode. Ooh, wow,
that's hilarious.
I rarely talk about college.
That's
days,
so funny.
Actually.
For this, I kind of want to show you guys. I think it's still. I don't delete much off my Instagram, so there's definitely a picture of like the end of my freshman year. Like I used to keep my bottle stored in my bottom dresser drawer in my room because I wanted to like have a graveyard. Girl. Who knew?
My fucking living room turned into my graveyard. We had a TV stand in my apartment, but no TV in it because we all had TVs in our room. Yeah, this shit just wound up getting filled with bottles in the spot where the TV goes, all around the top.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so hilarious.
So anytime, because I used to have me a shindig, especially when I lived in my apartment by myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to stay having me a little shindig. The college and stuff. That's an episode. Yes. I'm not even about to go down a rabbit hole with
we
that.
should do that for sure. Okay, so
tasting,
first you sip, y'all. First you sip. What are your vodka stories, though? For real, let's have that. That would be. We would love.
Stories.
What are your vodka stories? Send them to us.
Jungle juice.
We want to know. Ooh, child, bitch. Niggas used to tell you. Oh, we could go. Never mind. I was saying all my stories.
This is like okay.
The outline is making itself because, like, for real, like, sure.
The sweetness is definitely on the nose.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you get that like lemon.
Yeah, I'm getting lemon. I'm getting pepper.
That pine sol cleanies. feel.
Absolutely, yes. The second you said that, it was almost like I was smelling, I don't want to say chemical and turn y'all off, but almost chemical.
Like that one, you're like, when you walk into someone's house, you're like, you want to smell
chemistry.
it. It is also
distillation is
chemistry,
chemistry.
chemicals
So
that we are drinking.
ethanol is a chemical.
Right.
So.
But yeah.
Wow. That is interesting.
If I dig deep, I could say there's like something green happening, something like outside-ish kind of going on. But
yeah, definitely something green. It's almost like the leaf off of a fruit kind of situation. Like,
no, cool. Actually, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, look. It's like, you know, she don't give. Look how big the pour is, y'all.
I completely over poured on these, but that's because I feel like I have to take multiple sips to figure out what I'm getting. Mm. This starts really neutral.
Very neutral. Mm. I want to say like grape flavored, as in like concentrates almost. At the end, something like purple, very dark purple, like candy concentrate flavor. If that makes any sense. It's not sweet, just the essence.
It's not sweet, y'all. I get what you're saying.
Of what that makes sense.
I see what you're saying when you say essence.
Like,
I get what you're saying. It's like
fake
before
grape.
They combine it with whatever makes it sweet.
Yes.
It's that essence of the thing.
Absolutely. It's crazy. It just tastes like
exactly what.
Because I don't want to say it tastes like purple.
It
but
tastes like grape essence.
It tastes like purple.
Wait. Oh God. Wait. It tastes like purple.
It tastes like purple. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. I'm writing that one down. Y'all know I love a good.
Look, come on. You got blue flavor stuff. You got purple flavor stuff. You got red flavor stuff. You got orange flavor stuff. Right?
That's so fucking.
And
true.
where you just know that these colors taste this type of way, because when you say, oh yeah, you know that blue candy, you know it's blue raspberry. You already know all drugs.
With the red though,
red changes.
Red changes. I was about to say
red changes
because red can taste like strawberry. First thing you're thinking is cherry.
Right.
It could taste like watermelon if they choose not to go with pink.
Yeah, and then it could just be straight out fruit punch.
Facts. Fucking fruit punch. And that's my least favorite concentrated flavor. My least fucking favorite. I hate it more than grape.
Yeah, that's real.
Really? I don't always hate grape. It
that's
depends
true.
on who's doing it.
Absolutely. I always hate grape.
Good grape flavored things.
If not 100% grape juice,
Jolly Rancher does decent with grape.
I don't know.
I think I just like Jolly Rancher.
I think it always gives me back to like a medicinal medicine. Because Tylenol children's was like grape or cherry, and it's like that.
But that's why I like Jolly Rancher in particular.
The grape I'm talking about, by the way, y'all. The children's grape flavored like cold medicine. That beginning essence of that flavor that they're adding to that. That makes sense.
Okay, yes, without all the extra stuff. If you're able to deduce that down. Get you some Old Fourth. And when you try, you'll be able to deduce that essence down to what it would taste like before all the crap is added to it. It is interesting. Other than that, it's pretty neutral, y'all.
Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty neutral.
Definitely a cocktail vodka. Like,
yeah.
Texture's really smooth. Almost like mouth drying a little bit.
Yeah. The wax kind of way.
But that grape essence like really sits all the way through. So
it's yeah.
We could definitely say the finish is long.
This is true.
I feel like I'm working my WSET skills when I taste vodkas.
That's real.
Definitely forces me to that forces me to verbalize more, but it forces me to dig.
Yeah.
And it forces me to talk texture and talk finish and talk like we talk about those things, but it's very easy with whiskeys to get into all that, I think.
I do want to say that with this, the texture is really nice. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel thin at all. It's very soft.
Yeah, it's not weighty, but it's not thin.
Right.
I think it's funny when people use chewy to describe. Like
I still don't understand it.
I get it sometimes. Like I get the texture they mean when they say it. Mm-hmm. Like I understand that it's typically heavier, more viscous.
They mean like this?
I think it's more.
That's the only thing I can think about. When
not like chewing. Especially wine drinkers, they really be chewing. Like they're really in their mouth.
I know they be chewing, but I don't understand how that makes it chewy just because you chewing it.
Just because you chewing it. But it's almost like they're trying to the motion that they're using to access the flavors they're getting. There's the motion, I think, for them to cut through whatever they're experiencing in texture. It's like making them feel the urge to chew. I don't think that it's necessarily that the liquid is chewy.
I'm not there yet.
I think it just gives them the urge to chew, to experience whatever that is.
Yep, I'm gonna have to try that more. Try that out more, I guess.
It happens a lot more with wine drinkers than whiskey drinkers, but whiskey drinkers are using it.
Yeah,
and I feel like those are the closest, like when it comes to type of taster.
Yeah,
excuse me, y'all. The category that people nerd out the most on, I think, is whiskey and wine.
Yeah,
and rum. You can really nerd out on rum.
Yeah, I agree.
You can really nerd out on some rum. You can really nerd out on all of them if you're that committed, but whiskey and wine tends to kind of go hand in hand in terms of how people talk about it.
Yeah, I think because, and I think mezcal's coming up in that too.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it comes down to nuance, region, village, process, all of that. Type of stuff.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. The natural, the artisanal versus the whatever, the place and time of it all.
Right, exactly.
It's definitely similar in that regard. Love that because I love all those categories.
What's the catch up, child? What you been up to? What's going on?
Work shit is annoying.
Oh, for those listening, yes, I am nodding my head. Yes, very hard. Like, fuck yeah, it is.
So annoying.
Fuck yeah, it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I find
myself having to have some of the silliest conversations.
Oh my god,
like about tying trash bags so that we don't attract critters in the middle of a liquor warehouse.
Yeah.
Where we also eat and drink and just spend the majority of our day.
Right.
Like, having to have those type of conversations with people who are full-on grown adults really blows my mind by the time it's all over.
I had to do that recently. I actually did a video tour of how disgusting some shit was. I came in one day, it was like after another shift, of course, and I'm like, I was the first one there, and I just look around like, what are we doing? So now we're getting to the point where I need to keep people accountable by video so we can all witness how disgusting this shit is. So nobody's
like, oh, I didn't know. Or, oh, did that just
Why
happen?
Does it look like somebody just ran through here with a fucking windblower and everything's everywhere? Like, doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing this?
And I think that should be the case for any bar, but especially a bar of y'all caliber.
Let's get it together.
That's one thing, even though it was aggravating as an employee. Serenata, cleanest bar I've ever worked at.
Oh no, that bitch is deep cleaning every night. Every night.
Every fucking night.
Not fucking around.
I will say, for the sake of getting you trained to have a clean workspace, shout out to AJ for that.
I agree with that.
I could, because as aggravating as it was, I couldn't really have a problem with it.
No,
because I don't want to come into a shit show of a bar either.
But also, y'all were doing it so much that you were getting down to a science that you knew that you were having this amount of time to do this deep clean.
Yeah, and it definitely affects how you work throughout the night.
Exactly.
Because for me, I'm cleaning my space as I go. I don't like a long cleanup at night.
Right.
It makes me bitchy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like when I'm tired, I'm ready to go. I already got my check. I get my tip. I want to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Look. I'm the same way. I'm definitely when I see start rolling around 1 o'clock.
It's about that time.
I'm a if I could hit a pan so the team can understand, it's time for us to start thinking about how we're getting the fuck out of here. Because at this point right now, I don't want to be there past 45 minutes after we close the bar.
Me too.
Anything longer than 45 minutes is like, what were we doing? I should be.
What the fuck are we doing?
If we close at midnight, we need to be done by 12:45. If we close at 2, we need to be done by 2:45. Honestly, I would like to go for 2:30 if it really makes sense.
If you're really cleaning as you go,
if you can clean as you go,
and if it's multiple people doing the cleanup,
let's go. You gotta get it.
Everybody is fucking moving their feet in their fucking hands,
and let's be prepared. 1:25 to 1:30 is last call. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Some people don't care about dragging their feet on the cleanup end though.
They just
gonna be up anyway.
When I was a server though, my closings used to take forever. I don't know what I was doing, bro. I used to be there. They'd be like, "Were you still here?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I don't know what I'm doing." I think I used to like keep helping. And it just would take me forever. I was also thorough though, and that's why I became a closer. But my shit used to be forever. But yeah, sorry, you said work from
Girl, no, just. It's a mess. Just too many conversations.
I can no longer say
stuff.
I can no longer say common sense is common sense. Like,
no, it's not.
Common sense at this point is stupidity,
common
and
sense
I ain't got
apparently
common sense.
Is relative.
Yeah, I'm not about to be stupid with y'all.
No.
If that's what common sense is, and everybody somehow the masses are on the same page, then I don't have common sense.
There just seems to be in the air this lack of accountability
and care
on like
integrity.
It's why
it doesn't matter.
It makes me feel like I'm on an island, and that somehow I'm the crazy one.
It's like, and I really do kind of hate to say this, but and I was like, fuck Kim for even saying some shit like this. But niggas really don't want to work right now.
Get off your ass and work. I never thought I would quote her, but I was not one of those people up in arms and offended when she said that shit. I wasn't either. We see that y'all bitches be working.
We know there are bitches working.
Like, yes, you're famous for being famous. I mean,
you're famous for
your
fucking.
Fame came from. Yeah, you're not famous for being famous. You're famous for fucking.
Yeah. So, but
fuck what the masses be saying, because you're not famous for being famous. But I actually agree with you, Kim. Get off your asses and work.
Just like, come
Get
on,
off your fucking ass.
Have some integrity. Want to go further than where you are right now. Ask real questions.
You know what that made me realize? There's so many people who don't have all that. Aspirationally, there's not so many people that aspire to self-improve all the time and aspire to elevate to the next thing all the time. Like, there's some people, but that also, that's why there's an entire generation of people who were okay with getting a good government job, being there for 30 years and retiring.
Yes. Literally.
It wasn't about, like, there's those people who wanted to move up in that space.
Yeah.
But some people were okay with doing the same thing.
It's weird.
Collecting that check, investing in that pension or that retirement or whatever. And that's life.
I hated it so much.
Absolutely. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that.
No, not at all whatsoever.
Like, I could be in this industry for the next 30 years, yes. But could I do one thing within this industry for 30 years plus, and that's it?
Oh, and that's it? No.
Like, no. Would I become a distiller and blender and things, right? Because I'm going to just put that in the manifestation box.
I mean, you're going to have that. That has to go that long. And it'll go for the rest of your life. I
absolutely want longevity to the note of 30, 50 years.
If I put together a conference,
I also want to be writing. I also still want to be podcasting, perhaps, or have a show by then. Maybe, like, not just that one thing.
No,
I just clock into the fucking distillery every single day, and that's all I do. And then I go home and eat. Well, I eat fabulously, so I'm not going to say schlop, but I go home and eat and kiss my wife, and that's it. Pet the cats, and that's all.
And at an age, it will probably be that.
Well, yes, right? I'm old tad now.
It's like I go, I sit, I'll do
grandkids and shit. Like, and I want to spend time with my family and travel.
You'll still like
and lay out on the Mediterranean with my grandkids running into the. Yes.
That'll happen.
That's retirement for me.
That's what that looks like you get to go into your fucking distillery, into your warehouse at that
point,
age,
I'm just checking
just to walking around,
doing exclusive blends and like that type of thing.
At that point, you're just playing.
Just playing, just doing it because I love it and I want to.
Because it's yours and you can.
The fuck? And that's on period.
You're like, the fuck?
I'm not even going to complain about work. That just made me feel better.
Oh, we love that. Because
this is what I deal with it for.
Putting in work there's a reason for it. Like, you really have to think about ahead. And, some people just really think it's a day by day thing. And they really think a lot of this is just like, I'm gonna die anyway, so whatever type shit. And it's just
no.
So you want to die like this?
We have no clue when that date is, and I don't want to know.
I don't either.
I plan to be alive till I'm 122.
And
that's
if I'm
my
not,
number.
There's gonna be stuff you can look up about my ass. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm making stamps, and I'm trying to make more stamps, and I'm trying to be like make a bigger dent.
I'm in trying history, to make stamps on the lives that are coming after mine, and I'm trying to make stamps on the lives of like individuals younger than me or just in a younger place of their career than me. For those who are not watching, it's the air quotes here, younger than me in terms of where they are in their career or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Like, make those stamps. So, yeah, that was part of kind of what I was talking about in my interview for the Step Up internship.
That's real. I love that.
Like, I cannot say that I had a full on like actual mentor throughout this journey. Like, I have, in the sense that I've kind of just made people my mentors, whether they knew that's what they were doing or not. Yeah. Like, I'm asking the questions I want to know, seeing if you'll give me the answers. I'm just observing the people who I feel like should be observed based on what they're doing or whatever. And that was how I kind of just kind of makeshifted and MacGyvered my mentorship, so to speak. But I didn't have that one person that was like invested in showing me the way, giving me the keys.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, nah. And I feel like that's pretty fucked up. Because I've always been hungry to learn. I've always been inquisitive. I've always been detail-oriented and meticulous and always offering value to wherever space I'm in. So it just is like kind of annoying to like not have anyone see that in you and invest in it. And so I want to be that person for someone. I'd be happy if it's just one person.
Right.
To be honest.
That's a whole nother conversation,
girl. And I've gotten, now that I'm older and in a different little space now, like I'm okay with asking for the mentorship, like asking directly for it and saying, this is what I'm trying to do. This is da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
But at a certain age, you don't really know how to have that conversation. For one, you don't know what to ask for two, because you don't know what you don't know till you realize what it is. Like, you don't know what you don't know till you know it.
Absolutely.
And so,
absolutely.
Yeah, like, now I bothered to ask, so I got me a mentor child. But,
yes, honey.
But damn, I had to wait so long. Shit.
I mean, you're still at a good age for it, though. You know, like
old, and I'm nowhere near like at the peak of what I'm trying to do
at all whatsoever.
Child, I feel like I'm still not on ground zero, but kinda, yeah.
I do too. I feel like I'm still at ground -5.
Not -5, bitch. So you're not at no ground -5.
I just feel like there is. I feel like ground 0 is when you're making real great, consistent profit of some sort, and that, you see what I'm saying? Where I'm like,
well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Profit of something that is created in my name, if that makes any sense. Like,
I get that.
So
okay,
we're at a negative. We're at a negative right now for me personally, in my mind, or something. Because once that starts happening, because for real, what I'm thinking about is all this traveling that I really need to fucking do. I want to do. Yes. I just want to do these things, and then not only that, I constantly am thinking about, as I'm working this job, like, y'all know I love my bar. But you know, as I'm working this and going out and seeing other people's stuff, and just what my place will be, what it will mean in the industry when I do it. So it's just like, you know, I'm a negative right now. I'm in a negative.
I get what you're saying.
You know, we still climbing. I started when you walked in, the bitch started at -3,000. So you know, who knows. That's how I'm feeling. So
bitch, you ain't got that far to go to hit ground zero.
I got a neutral, and then above neutral. When we in the plus,
the neutral will start with your personal LLC.
Yeah. So we gonna get there, shawties. We gonna get there. Don't you worry.
I need to get me on a travel tip. I'm about to get me a fucking business credit card. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good.
That's what my next credit card needs to be. And then get me a travel card.
That's right.
Like American Express joint or something.
You're talking about like
American Airlines joint.
I was about to say like an airlines credit card.
Yeah. I done saved me the little application that they be giving out. I was like, one of these days, I'm going to take y'all up on this. One of these days.
Look, because honestly, I was trying to get some, I don't even know how they miles and shit work, because they get on my nerves. Because I'm like, I've been flying with American now for like 4 years.
Do you make sure you document every jump in your
every time I book through them, it documents itself.
You're logged into your account.
Yeah, yes. I'm always using my
because sometimes flights are booked for me, so I have to add it on to my thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Like if we're using
if flights are booked for me, I let them choose what airline, because they obviously
and I make an account for every single airline.
You did say that, yeah.
And I let them points collect, so whichever. It's only but so many airlines motherfucker will use, so I can keep adding them. I
feel like it'd be a new one every time, like Alaska, United,
JetBlue, Jet Ski, American Eagle, American Airlines.
Listen,
like, child.
No, legit.
It's too much. Just don't put me on Spirit.
Don't
put me on Spirit. And I really don't prefer Delta. Don't prefer them.
Right.
Don't love them. And I'm good
I'm
with
not
Southwest.
a Delta girl. America, American Airlines, like, they haven't done me wrong yet. I know people say they do.
did me wrong once, but it was also, it wasn't just
Southwest
them.
always does me wrong.
Really?
I hate Southwest.
Southwest is one of my less problematic airlines.
I hate Southwest. We probably talked about this before too. I hate Southwest. I really do. I don't like the non-assigned ass seat thing. That shit's annoying as fuck.
Oh God! See, I like it as long as I do my check-in on time. If I get a good group number, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go ahead.
I already know where I'm sitting before I get there because I chose it. I chose it before I got there, so I know that I'm gonna be in this group. Okay, and I know that I'm gonna, no matter what, this is the group that I'm in. I'm in group 6. That's what group I'm in. I'm in group 6 every time.
I'm always in fucking group 6. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Unless I upgrade,
I do that shit first thing. 24 hours in advance.
It's always group 6.
And it's always group fucking 6.
I don't fucking know what that means.
Why the fuck is that the case?
No clue. But then I don't. It goes to group 9, so I'm not that mad.
But like, who the fuck is in groups 1 through 5 and how do they get that?
5, I have no clue.
5 isn't even priority.
1 is like old folk in wheelchairs. 2 is like VIP priority, first class, something like that.
Okay, yeah,
3
American Airlines
through 4 is something like that. Some they got these levels. Bruh. And it's fine. I be in group 6. That's just what it is.
Nothing I'm manifesting is people paying for my first class flights.
Per.
And that's on per.
Yeah.
That's on
Should we get into our second sip?
Let's do our second sip and then just continue on through this fucking outline.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So second sip is Great Wagon Road's Salamander Vodka. Per the distiller.
Okay.
Salamander's gluten-free. We know. It's all gluten-free. Okay. Salamander's gluten-free vodka.
If you didn't know, all the vodka is gluten-free, y'all.
Yes. Is named after the legend passed down in the Blue Ridge Mountains that a salamander was a sign of purity. Salamander is a corn-based, high-quality, gluten-free... You don't say it twice in your description? Anyway, high-quality vodka made from exceptionally pure spring water from the Blue Ridge Mountains. And this is out of North Carolina, y'all. But our water isn't the only thing that is pure, so are our intentions. That's sweet. We believe in paying it forward. $1 from each bottle sold will be directly reinvested into regional charities.
Nice.
They don't specify which charities those are.
You said 04th is from where?
Georgia. Atlanta,
Georgia,
y'all.
Georgia to North Carolina?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And so little product info, it is 80 proof. It is corn-based and sourced out of Tennessee. Interesting. I wonder why they don't source their corn locally. Is corn something that doesn't grow that well in North Kakalaki?
I don't know.
Gravity filtered through 36 inches of activated charcoal. 7 times distilled for exceptional purity. And crafted with artisanal spring water from the Blue Ridge Mountains. Now, I don't understand what makes water artisanal.
No clue.
Okay, we just gonna let that one be. We're gonna call
that one a clue.
It's one of those like throwaway marketing terms that just bothers me.
What? Your water is
artisanal in a commercial this morning, and I was in the car, and I was like, "What the fuck makes that artisanal?" Like, I was so disturbed in the car. Like, what the fuck makes this artisanal?
Okay. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Like, bruh.
That is hilarious.
Don't talk to me about artisanal water because I'm still pissed that water is such a heavily controlled commodity like it is. Period. It bothers my soul still.
Artisanal definition.
Like, spring water, cool. Pure water, cool. Distilled water, great. Artisanal?
The definition of artisanal, relating to or characteristic of an artisan. Made in a traditional or non-mechanized way.
So does that just mean
you're
cutting off the supply of a stream and directing it to your facility so that you can bottle it as is?
You are.
What does that mean? That you're artisanal water.
Hopefully, you're just getting it from the stream is what you're telling us.
Basically.
Tap?
Like.
Is it tap?
I don't know. Are you just basically saying it's tap?
Well water?
Is it well water? Because I think tap is still processed.
Yeah, I guess well
so
water
it's not
is more
artisanal if it's coming out of the tap. Well water, as long as it's good quality water, I mean...
There's no traditional way to make water because we don't make it.
We don't make it. Traditional just means you allow God to do what God does, or like, I don't know.
We don't make water. I mean, maybe someone's making water now, but I don't think there's a man-made
Guaranteed
water.
There's people out here making at least finding a way to make some water or make some clear shit and call it water and like, child.
Okay,
I'm afraid.
We're gonna get away from that. We're gonna get away from that.
Go to a dark place.
Okay,
it's getting very dark. Very
into this artisanal vodka.
Sorry, Salamander. Okay, back to a brighter place. I'm so sorry.
You did it to yourself. So
you did it to yourself.
But we're so happy that you're here.
We're so happy you're here today. What's it giving? Let's see. It's giving white.
It is neutral.
Neutral as fuck.
I'm not even getting peel.
No.
I'm not even getting.
That's what it says.
I'm getting that slight hint of alcohol.
Yeah, it's not super
ethanol.
strong. Like it's not punch you in the nose with like ethanol or anything like that. But it's neutral as fuck.
Maybe like if you opened up a bag of white sugar, that
waft that comes off of the, which we could attribute probably to the corn. I think it's it's corn based. So,
I mean, I think you can smell the corn here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
boiling corn a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the steam of when you're boiling corn, like what that smells like, if that makes any sense.
Wow. We are professional tasters. Because somebody else is just going to say it doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah, look.
But it always smells like something.
I'm going to pull it out. That's what this podcast is about.
That's what this is for.
We're going to pull it out. Period.
Always. Of pulling it out, did you actually see?
I didn't see.
Okay.
I didn't see it. Keep pulling it up.
I will.
Did y'all give me the actual link?
No, girl, no. So what I sent y'all was in the thread that was responding to that picture.
I couldn't even.
Oh, God, y'all. Twitter is just
child.
Twitter is such an interesting place.
I'm going in for the taste.
Like, whoa. Child. Okay. It's not as neutral on the palate as it is on the nose.
For me, it's a little like cookie dough-ish.
Yeah. Cookie dough without anything in it, like no add-ons. Mm-hmm. Because I've only ever eaten chocolate chip cookie dough, but I imagine this is kind of what dough would taste like without the chocolate chips in it.
Right. Yep.
Interesting.
Black pepper. Mm-hmm. Has a little bit of pepperiness to it.
Yeah, that pepperiness is there. And it was like giving pepper waft on the nose.
Right.
It was just giving waft, period, on the nose, but...
Just all the fogs of shit. Just the clouds of
all
things.
The fogs. That's fucking hilarious. Okay, so that's the original post. He's some rapper, NLE Chop. I don't know any of his music, but picture was nice, so I'm gonna hold you.
See, these are the type of niggas. We might as well just put this picture up on the gram.
We'll share this. We'll share this on the tube.
So these type of niggas, these tiny ones, they're always
got a baby leg
after me too. Niggas are always like, why is we so small ass niggas? It's because when I want the big niggas, the big niggas don't want to come near me.
Well, that's because they're insecure about their own stuff.
Because also that, because big niggas don't look like that. But like, child, they don't. I'll tell you this right now. There's a few big niggas that are packing like that. I'm just telling you that. In my experience, you know, they're cuddly.
I don't have that much experience with Big Joe, but I have had a Big Joe or two in my day. And I can concur.
But when these small niggas pop out, then they pop out on your forehead. Child, you're like, oh, okay. Damn. It got some weight to it. That dog got some weight to it. Hefty. I like it hefty. When you make my mouth kind of like, I like a little heftiness in the throat. Period. Love that.
Again, sorry, Salamander. I'm so sorry that these moments are happening in the middle of tasting your product. But hey, it's okay. We're talking about weightiness.
Let's talk.
There's a bit of a light weightiness and texture to this vodka. See, I'm a professional. I know how to bring it back. Okay, I can appreciate a solid dick print and bring it right on back.
Period. And I mean a solid dick print, bitch. Look.
Shouts out to you.
Tasting side by side, it's a little less viscous than the Old Fourth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It dries out similarly though.
Yeah.
Into like this soft wax. Not powdery.
Right.
Yeah, it's like soft wax, whatever that is. Like if I nibbled on a piece of honeycomb that had no honey in it.
Yeah.
That texture of the comb, what it does to your tongue. Yeah. It's like giving kind of that.
It's like a mixture between chalk and soft.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Finish is kind of short.
Yeah.
Because the character that we do get, it doesn't last the whole way through. You're really just going with texture after that. Okay, Salamander.
We're tasting it again. I kind of get a little butter. After tasting some water and then tasting it.
Let me try that. Yeah, because the pepperiness and all that, it's there very much in the front, but it's short.
Yep. Does not keep going.
I like a peppery vodka for a martini, so I would do a dirty martini with this.
That's real. That's real.
Like, ooh, the water does bring out butter. What the fuck?
Right? Huh.
Wow, y'all.
Didn't bring the water
brought
over
out
here,
butter.
But
like I'm ready to slice this and slap it on some fucking corn.
You know, and with our WSET, they always like put a little bit of water.
They always
in
encourage you to put a little water in it,
no matter what.
They try to tell you to put
half water.
I'm not doing that. That's way over diluted.
No.
Like no.
I was something rude, but nah, it's okay. Not doing it. Not doing it. Bitch. So tell me how you came across 16 Personalities.
So, okay. I forgot what I was listening to. I'm sure one of my podcasts or something. But I was listening to something. They were talking about personality types. And they knew their, like, little acronym off the bat. I remember taking the personality test before in high school, but I didn't store it in my membranes or whatever to, like, carry it with me throughout life. So I could not recall off the back of my head, off the top of my head, what my personality type was.
Right.
So I was doing my Googles today, just like looking up a link to take the little Myers-Briggs or whatever without paying for it, because what the fuck?
No, it's free.
The 16 Personalities joint is free.
Right.
If you take it through the Myers-Briggs website.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, shit.
So some people, if you're a label whore, you want where it quote unquote originated from, this test, whatever. Child, whatever. I looked up the best alternative that was just as useful was 16 Personalities.
Right.
So I did that and found out that I'm an INFJ. And I guess in quote, not in quotes, but in parentheses, they added advocate to that. So I found that to be interesting. I haven't finished reading through it, but what I've read so far in terms of introduction and how they break it down, so accurate. So. Yeah. Because I feel weird about taking, like, little personality quizzes and all that shit sometimes. Just because I don't know why, but I be second guessing. Am I answering this accurately? Like, I feel like I am, but, like...
They're always weird.
It's weird because it's, like, the agree or disagree thing. I'm like, but there's so much nuance to this question or statement. So sometimes I got to pick neutral. Sometimes I, like...
Yeah.
If I'm leaning more towards one side, I just hit the...
I do wish that the test for these types of things do get a little more less broad, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of hard to make it too nuanced,
right?
When like, there's
but
so
give me
many
a range
people.
Of agree, very disagree.
They do
so much.
So the 16 personalities, they give you a range.
Right.
You got those 3 options. You can 3 levels of agree, 3 levels of disagree, and a neutral.
Right.
So that wasn't so bad. I was like, okay, this is yes and no. So I'm gonna kind of go with, is it more yes or more no?
Right.
And kind of do it that way. So I feel like I got an accurate result.
Yeah.
But I just find it interesting. People memorize this shit.
I don't memorize mine, but so I'm
definitely gonna like read it more thoroughly.
Yeah. So this was brought to me by my Reliable team when it was seeming like Ben Long, our GM, wasn't, as in tune with all of us in the way that we communicated. So he was like, you know what I want to do.
It could be very useful for a managerial type of thing.
So what he did was he was like, I would love if everybody take this test and let's talk about it. So that's what my results are for. I also put this on my class that I did in Vegas because I found it to be really helpful for the way that he communicated with us afterwards. So when I talk about leadership and talk about team building, different things like that, this is one of the sites that I always bring up because I think it's just really great for us to use. So it was really awesome to see that Dee put this on the thing because I was like, oh, I could look mine up right now.
Because I come across this type of shit because I'm just always questioning myself on shit. But it's like, I like to still be able to have conversations with my people, at least, not with everybody.
That's right.
With my people about this type of stuff.
Right.
Like, one, to see if I'm the only person even thinking about it or have thought about it or whatever. Two, so that I can better understand myself and the people that I'm drawn to and that I connect with. Like, I'm just always trying to understand myself better and understand how I can better show up.
Right.
In
so
the world, period. I
am an ENFJ-A. I am the protagonist. Going into my individual traits, my extrovertedness is 72%, intuitive 55%, feeling is 65%.
Oh, yes, I saved my thingies, my little percentages like that. Go ahead.
Continue. Yeah, no, judging 56%. I don't know where these percentages are out of.
I guess out of 100%.
I guess, oh yeah, out of 100% extroverted, I guess it's 72%. Intuitive is 55% out of 100. My feeling is 65. Judging, 56. Assertiveness, 63. I play the role of a diplomat. My strategy...
Which makes a lot of sense.
People mastery. And then it says to view my profile. Maybe I could go to it, but yeah.
So my percentages, y'all. Apparently INFJ is like one of the rarer personality types. Like the 16 personalities was saying it's the most rare personality type. So I found that interesting. But it says advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. That's so fucking true, and it's exhausting. So I'm 51% introverted, which makes sense because I'm extroverted when I have to be. I am 61% intuitive. 56% feeling, 64% judging. I was like, is this good or bad? Like,
depends.
63% turbulent, which I'm gonna read the little turbulent joint just to give it some context, because I didn't know what the fuck they meant by that.
Right.
So turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionist, and eager to improve. Like, it sounded bad at first, but I was like, okay, that's actually kind of accurate, for better or worse. Okay, yes, and that's all my little percentages, but
child. I love that. So yeah, I mean, I took I took this a while ago. 2018 is when I took this, so I'm gonna take it again.
Yeah, my first time taking it was in high school. I don't even remember what year that was. Maybe that was senior year. Ooh. Sorry,
and at that point, says that protagonists feel called to serve a greater purpose in life. Thoughtful and idealistic, these personality types strive to have a positive impact on other people in the world around them. They rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing, even when doing so is far from easy. Protagonists are born leaders, which explains why these personalities can be found among many notable politicians, coaches, and teachers. Their passion and charisma allow them to inspire others, not just in their careers, but in every arena of their lives, including their relationships. Few things bring protagonists a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment than guiding friends and loved ones to grow in their best selves. So that's just a little intro thing for there. But yeah, I love 16's personality. I think it's great. Ooh, let me see. They go through strengths and weaknesses. Let me see what this looks like.
Yeah, I didn't even get to dive into that part yet. So I'm like, I'm going to do a deep dive. I'm spending enough time on my laptop when I'm like not at work, y'all. I'm just not. Right. I'm not that girl.
Oh no, me neither.
Like me and my wife are polar opposites.
Yeah.
Like she comes home and will have 3 screens in her face.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm like.
I know that is probably what's stopping me from a certain growth period right now.
Agreed.
Not
me
gonna
too.
lie to
me
you.
Too.
Like if I could constantly have a computer up, my phone up, and
Agreed.
multitask to watch shit at the same time, I probably would have done the business things that I need to do by now.
It gets hard when
I'm tired of that. I don't want to do all that.
I don't want to do that all the time.
I don't want to do it all the time. But that is.
But it's about how you spend the hours in your day.
Yeah.
And there's this pressure of productivity. There is this pressure of productivity and like how much you produce in a certain amount of hours of the day. Yeah. I personally just started to like try to pull away from feeling that pressure of how much did you produce today? How much did you produce today? Or whatever. Like just making sure that the shit that actually matters on a given day gets its due attention.
Right.
Like playing the production Olympics for me is probably never going to be a part of my personality.
No. I can't do it.
Like, I happen to thoroughly enjoy throwing on my sweatpants. Okay,
I need to get this done by today. That's when it's gonna get. That's when it gets done.
Like,
this needs to get done today. Like, if I keep pushing this off, I'm gonna be upset at myself. Then, like, that's when that's
my inner talk too. Yeah, like, but you know you have to get this done. Let's just get it done.
Get it done.
Just get it the fuck done.
But I'm not like, oh my god. So many more things I could do unless I'm very motivated, and that I don't think that part will happen until I'm like completely working for myself. But until then, like, sorry, y'all.
We got a lot of titty stuff happening today.
I'm so hot. Like, I said I wasn't going to just wear this tube because it's a lot of titty.
It's a lot of titty happening.
I'm like, maybe I could just do a
peek of titty.
It's a lot of titty.
Yes. They look great. It's a great, yes. Maybe I'm here for it.
That's less. I'm so hot. And it's my house. Fuck y'all.
Facts. She's on her own couch.
Okay, I do want to say these strengths and weaknesses. I'm just going to list it. Receptive, reliable, passionate, altruistic. Don't even know what that means, actually. And charismatic. And then it says, my weaknesses. Unrealistic.
Ooh.
Overly idealistic. Condescending, ooh, intense, overly empathetic. I'm not gonna disagree with these at all.
How does the way
the unrealistic part? I think I'm pretty realistic in a lot of certain ways, but I probably get to be unrealistic in the facts of negative things. I would say, I say a lot of negative things that could possibly never happen. Just be like,
do you feel like you're condescending?
I try so hard not to be. I think that people think that I am, and that's why I am not trying to be like, oh, I'm better than them. Like, I'm not. I don't feel that way. I do know that I know more things than most people.
I've been accused of being condescending,
and I know that occasions. I know that I know more things than you, or certain people. I know that I can, do better than most people in a lot of situations, and I think in my tone can come off condescending.
There we go. I think it's having that knowledge and speaking confidently from that place that can be interpreted as condescension.
Exactly.
But I'm not trying to be it. Sometimes I am being condescending and I just don't care because at that point I'm probably annoyed because condescension for me usually comes with being annoyed.
I don't even know what it means to...
Because if I feel like you're playing aloof, or if I feel like I'm talking... Like, for instance...
Oh, you know what? Actually,
I could probably come across as I could probably come across as condescending if I'm having to explain to an adult why closing a trash bag is important for not attracting critters. Like, I could probably come off condescending in a conversation like that because I'm annoyed that it's a conversation at all.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So probably, and I probably won't give a shit about the condescension in that moment. But hey,
I think most recent time that I could remember myself being condescending was this person came to the bar and said that me and Deke knew him because he worked at the bar we had just popped up at. And so
does that automatically mean you know that person?
He comes in with his girl through the back door, not the door that we usually bring people in. So he bum rushed in with the host.
Wow.
Who was like, "Hey, this guy said he knows you." And I looked at him and was like, "I'm sorry, who are you?" And he goes, "You don't know me? You don't remember me?" I'm like, "Why would I remember you?" He's, he names the bar. I'm not gonna put out the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Where were you?" Like, I'm like, "What?" And so he sits down, and I'm like, okay, maybe I missed...
confused emoji.
I'm like, maybe I missed him. Maybe he was, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't. And so I go up to Deke, and I was like, do you remember this motherfucker from da-da-da-da-da? He was like, nope. I said, okay, I'm pretty sure I don't either. He said he was behind the bar working with us that night. Do you remember that? Nope. I was like, yeah, because I wasn't blackout until 2 bars later. So, like, I'm pretty sure. So after that, I go back up to him. And while he's sitting with this girl, and I'm just like, so I'm sorry, can you tell me again where you know me and where you know us from? Yeah. Oh, da 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 da. So you were behind the bar with us? Yeah. At what point in time? Because there were pictures with us, and I was there the whole time, so I don't remember seeing you. Do you remember my name? Like, I don't know if that's condescension or not.
No,
like,
that's not condescension. That's that's pulling somebody's fucking car because he was
like,
flat out lying. They were
and
lying.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't think you were there that night, but so happy that you're here today.
And so, did they skip the line of other people waiting off that? And y'all let him stay. Y'all sweet.
No, we not sweet. That motherfucker bum rushed his way in and called the motherfucker that we did pop up with to get on the phone. Niggas like that happen all the time in Allegory. And you're just like,
oh, see,
what kind of like
for me, and that's I think where my like,
girl,
I don't know if that's a control.
That's why I need to go back to. I need to go back to a neighborhood bar. I love working this place.
Because stuff like that for me, where people feel entitled to like this special VIP treatment. You actually don't know me from a can of paint. I am the type to purposely have you removed and put on the wait list.
Or just not even, no, you're not coming back in here. Once you're removed, you're
that
moved.
Too. But like, as long as they're not rude to me, I'm not going to ban you, but I am going to put you back in your place. I'm going to put you in your place type of bitch. You're not going to bombard your way into having access to me.
Yes.
And to having access to saying you know me, because you don't. And so for me, y'all are lucky I got Capri and D, because I don't give a fuck who you put on the phone. I'm like, well, your man's lied and said he knew us and like just bum his way into the back door, disrespectful as fuck. Would y'all like that at your bar?
He did so much that the host just made a seat not to deal with him. Like, because I was going to tell him to go back outside. But the host had already made arrangements and all this other stuff because they're busy, so they have shit to do. So when they hear something like, oh, they
don't even want to deal with all
that. They know that we had a pop-up at this bar. They know we did this. You can call the person on the phone, then they're going to probably be like, all right, whatever. We're going to make it work.
Because who has the time to keep dealing with that? And I get that, but yeah.
No, if I was out there, I'd be like, no.
He got lucky that time.
That one time.
But
you got no
because I would definitely put the host on notice, like with a picture of this nigga. He doesn't know us.
We don't know him.
Don't let him finagle.
We don't know this man.
Period.
This man we don't know.
He gets put on the wait list. Thank you so much.
That shit was crazy. I said, oh, okay. So then I don't think I know when I'm being condescending, if I ever am. So. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it always feels like I'm just saying the truth to you, and that's just what it is.
You don't like what I'm saying, and therefore you're taking it a certain type of way.
No, I know when I'm being petty.
Exactly.
And then maybe my pettiness can have some condescension, but I know that people,
and what of it?
The way that people act around me, and I guess once I heard that I was somehow intimidating, all this other stuff, I guess people can think that the way that I talk is condescending.
Yeah. If they already have an idea of how you are anyway,
there's nothing I can do about it.
There's not much you can do about that. At this
point in time.
Let's see what my strengths and weaknesses are.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
Ooh, child. Okay, strengths. Creative, insightful, principled, passionate, and altruistic.
What does that mean?
Okay. Altruistic. Let's put a definition to that. Or actually, they have a little description. Whatever. People with this personality type aren't happy to succeed at another person's expense. Advocates want to use their strengths for the greater good, and they rarely lose sight of how their words and actions might affect others. In their heart of hearts, they want to make the world a better place, starting with the people around them. That's true.
Yeah, okay. No, that's true.
That's true. Now, my weaknesses are sensitive to criticism. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. I need to send this to my wife ASAP. Reluctant to open up. Abso-fucking-lutely. Perfectionistic. Fuck. Absolutely. Avoiding the ordinary. Fuck. Down to what I drink. Yes, absolutely. And prone to burnout. Damn. They picked the right one. Okay, so I'm an INFJ. Okay.
I didn't know they go into romantic relationships. Oh shit.
Yeah, bitch. They go into every category of this shit. Oh yeah. I'm having let's go to the friendships one real quick. Let's see. The most I can do for my friend is simply be his friend. That's a great quote. Henry David Thoreau. Let me see. INFJs rarely settle for shallow, superficial friendships. True. When it comes to a social fulfillment, they aren't satisfied by casual interactions with colleagues or classmates. Advocate personalities crave authentic, meaningful friendships. Friendships that allow them to share their dreams, bare their souls, and feel understood and accepted for who they are. And if that means having just one or two confidants rather than a wide circle of acquaintances, so be it. And I only have two. So that is so accurate.
That's real.
Outside, you want to don't talk about
Was
my
that the
shit.
beginning?
Yeah, I'm only gonna read the first paragraph because we could talk your head off all day.
Right, true. So the beginning of mine for friendship says, connecting with other people makes protagonists feel alive and purposeful. It's no surprise then that they are anything but apathetic about friendship. Protagonists put sincere, dedicated effort into staying close with their friends. For these personalities, friendships are far from expendable or insignificant. Instead, they are a key component of life well lived.
That's so true.
That's very true.
Girl, this shit is wild.
Oh, wow. Workplace habits, conclusion.
Wow, they got the parenthood shit.
Career
Tell me the type of fucking parent I'm gonna be, please. I'm gonna dive into this shit.
Yeah, that's
workplace habits, career. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is actually very interesting.
So next episode, I feel like we should go through these and read them in depth, but then like kind of pull
from each,
like what we've learned
I would love
about
that.
ourselves after reading this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because stuff like this helps me make sense of myself. Because so often, sometimes I feel conflicted in the duality that exists in me. But we're not a monolith and we're not all of one thing. But it's still it becomes an inner conflict at times. But stuff like this helps kind of bring me back to it. You're just human. And it's just a part of your personality. And it's just what it is. So I like shit like this.
That's actually great to say because, understanding and accepting, that you have strengths and weaknesses and that it doesn't have to be all of one or all of nothing, and then
it's not some like necessarily a character flaw that these weaknesses exist.
It's just is what it is.
Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And we are no different.
And, I think it's just the fact that a lot of people don't try to play to them. I think people don't try to learn what they are, which is what we're trying to do now. And they don't try to play to what that means around them, which then leaves you to a miserable life and not understanding how to fucking close a trash bag. So I just think that's how that works out. There's just certain people who just like, you're not trying at all to know yourself and how you
not
work.
Trying to know yourself, and you can't be accountable for yourself if you don't know yourself. Ooh, child.
Or see how you work, or see how you move. You can't see how you move, so everybody else moving around you looks different or weird or fake and this all this stuff because you're not paying attention to how you move, bitch. The fuck.
Ooh, child.
Talking about how people move. Ooh, not yet. I'll wait till shit's done and then we'll talk about how people move.
Girl. Yes, we can get into that. Let's get into this third
sip, child.
And then we got a question of the day today, y'all.
Okay, let's do it.
Interesting on the nose already. So, third sip, y'all. We are jumping across the coast to Vegas.
Yes.
At Smoke Wagon Distillery in Las Vegas, Nevada. Copper pot distilled in Las Vegas from only the purest ingredients. Then silver filtered for an incredibly smooth taste. There better be silver involved in this process. 100% corn mash bill makes this vodka... Get the fuck out of here, this gluten-free. Anyway, tasting notes. Don't need to know them.
Right.
2016, 17, 18, 19, and 20 San Francisco World Spirits Competition silver medal winner. Okay. All right, Smoke Wagon.
Right.
100% corn mash. I wonder, I'm going to assume, but I don't know, y'all. I wonder where they source their corn from. Like, do they source from Vegas? Does corn grow in a dry-ass place like Vegas?
I don't know. Part of me wants to say
I gotta
no,
look more in because
knows?
I think they
maybe
source
the northern
their
part of Nevada
bourbons already. Like I don't think they distill their own. Well, it says distilled in Vegas, so let me not overspeak. Let me just do my research, and I'll get back to y'all.
Right.
This is why we need a computer guy.
For real though. Be searching
the
for
nose
us.
is like.
And our computer guy can have a mic too. I like.
Yes, I like when people's computer guy have a mic.
Yeah,
I actually like that interaction. The man behind the camera.
We could do that, y'all. We got a table, an extra mic.
We got all that. We really do. We have all that.
I guess we'll need 4 mics, but yeah.
Yes, we'll need 4 mics, but that's easy. We just need to get one more mic. We were talking about getting a 4th mic anyway.
This is true. We were actually.
This one's extra peppery on the nose, but there's something happening in here. I don't know if that's lemon or like, because it like wants to be bright.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of sour in a way.
Yeah.
So maybe it's giving more vinegar than like a.
I see what you mean by vinegar.
It's like giving like vinegar and pepper. Kind of makes me want French fries.
I mean, I think also kind of like a rind of like a watermelon. It reminds me of like
green with a
only
like
the green.
Sweet could exist, but it's not there.
No, just the green and the white, just that kind of bitterness.
Like it made a clean chop of the flesh off that thing. Wow. Vinegar, pepper, and watermelon rind.
Yep.
That's unique, Smoke Wagon.
Yeah.
Have no clue if y'all be able to hear that swooshing. I'm gonna have to listen back to the audio and see. Another one that's super neutral at first.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's jumping out at me.
No. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I like that method of drinking the water and then going back. I got something on the back end. I don't know what that was.
Agreed.
It like came out of nowhere, to be honest.
After the water, I feel like there's a little cacao powder. That cookie dough-ish taste.
Wow. I get the cookie dough-ishness. You know what it almost... Oh, I don't want to say it like that. It reminds me of dough, but not cookie dough.
It reminds me of dough.
It reminds me of dough.
I guess
I was almost about to say Play-Doh, but it doesn't tast like Play-Doh.
No, not...
Because Play-Doh's a specific taste, and I vividly remember that taste from being a child. It's not that. But like dough.
Yeah.
Because it's dough without any... Like cookie dough, there's an inherent sweetness implied in there.
Right.
Which isn't in this.
Yeah. I feel that.
But I get what you're saying in terms of dough.
Because it's not completely the like bread or pasta dough either. You know?
That's why, yeah, exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Because that's why my brain was like, was it Play-Doh? But like, no, bitch, it's not Play-Doh. Wow.
Because it has a chalkiness, but at the back of my throat. It's not in the front. It's like from mid-tongue to the where my throat hits my tongue. That makes any sense. There's a feeling there.
Yep. It's definitely a sensation.
It's
not a burning sensation.
Nope.
It's not like super hot. I don't know.
It's like
exactly
a thickness of some sort.
It is. There's a lot of pauses in this. Hey, NLE Chopper. It's like, no, I'm married. I'm just joking, but I can still appreciate what you got going on.
After that last sip just now, there's a little lemon peel I get now. Or lemon oil, sorry. Not peel, but oil.
This is almost chewy, y'all. I almost had a moment of saying it's chewy. And what that moment was for me was like, I literally was starting to chew, to taste, to like move it around.
Actually, yeah, I guess I did the same thing.
That is what I mean when I say chewy. Like, it gives me that urge to literally move it around with that motion that I would make as if I'm chewing
that
something.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because it's got texture. It's got body.
It does.
It's got body. It is copper pot distilled, so that explains why it has so much body.
It is tasty. Actually, it's very tasty.
And 100% corn adds to that texture for sure.
Right.
Because corn adds like a velvety, buttery kind of situation. I don't know what to call that finish because something drops off and then you're hit with something else like right at the end. So, I'm just going to call that I don't know what the fuck finish. And we'll just make that a category unto itself.
Yeah, because I don't know either. Not yet. Maybe one day I will. But at this moment right now, I have no clue. None.
So this question that I want to prompt you with.
Talk to me. I
feel like it's very relevant, especially given what's about to drop on the 28th. How will your life be different in a year?
Ciao. I'm trying to read this other part you said.
So I got this to give y'all context. I got this question from an article from Inc.com. 10 life-changing questions you can ask yourself today.
Okay.
And I saved the link because I think it'd be interesting to go to later for some more questions. But this particular one, I was like, this could be a good one in the name of manifestation, in the name of like life-changing stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good one.
Yeah.
And kind of to prompt you to put your vision board together in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
of how you want the next year to be different.
And the only reason why I'm like, I love doing these, but at the same time, I had a vision for my 29th year, and that shit was trash. It did not turn out. This year did not turn out anything the way I thought it was going to turn out. There's a lot of things that are going great, but the depression levels this year were so low. The health, these other things and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's exactly the year it should have been. The reason why I say that is because I said that I wanted this year to be a transition year, right? I'm about to hit to 30 and all this other stuff. And a lot of these serious things that have happened were in process to prompt me and get me ready to be serious about what I want to do.
For that transition,
for
bitch,
the transition.
You just answered your own thing.
So, talking about next year.
You asked for a transition year, and that's what you got.
And this is what is
nobody plans to be depressed and have problems.
No, but I forget how much change and, things need to be brought to light to be able to change.
Yep.
So, okay, universe and Lord and God. And
that's one of the I hate those moments. Where you're like, fuck, all right, universe, I technically asked for it, but I didn't ask for it like this, but fuck.
You're right. Okay, I appreciate you. So, it is, next year, I definitely want to be in the midst of very concrete plans of my own space and bar. I want to have very concrete plans of a foundation for a conference style event. Not even conference. I don't even want to call it conference because what I want to do,
convention style.
Bring a shit ton of people together to do like education, art, entertainment, and just impactful events in a short amount of time. I want Chalk City's best to be back and thriving and to the point of I want next year to be the beginning of seeing really well-oiled systems in my life. And that's from how I physically live to how my apartment is set up, how my health is, to my career things, CCB, this actually bringing in money, CCB doing as much as it can for the community, me having my personal business doing enough for myself, my traveling and work and stuff is in this well-balanced state. Like, I want to see the beginnings of what that might look like to kind of get out of this, teenage to 20-year-old feel of chaoticness of identity finding, if that makes any sense. So that's what I want the feel of the next year to be I guess those are pretty specific things also. But I mean, that's by the end of my year 30, getting to 31, it should be, okay, now the next step is just like how to expand because I have the foundation.
Girl, it's chaotic in the 30s too.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be chaotic regardless.
It's going to be chaotic.
Life is going to be chaotic regardless, honey. But like, it's right now, it's still giving a little bit of like college girl. Like, I'm like, there are still so many things that I'm ready to get out of. I want to have shelves in my fucking apartment. I want shit. I want an actual dining table. Like, y'all don't even know, like, this shit. Like, I just need a level of grown upness that hasn't happened yet. And I feel like that comes with a feeling of these things already happen and work because there's a foundation that now I get to grow upon.
I like that. Yay, can't wait to have a dinner party at Pre's. Fun.
Child, not until I get a maid. I ain't doing dinner parties.
The cleanup is real.
Yeah, fuck
the cleanup is so fucking real at a dinner party. But that's the thing about you gotta invite people who are willing to contribute to your cleanup though.
That's true.
That's why you invite grown ass people to your
sometimes
house.
I am and sometimes I'm not, depending on the day. Like, you need me to, I will ask though if you need me to. You want me to do this? You want me to do that? And
give the host the option. They may take you up on it. You gotta take that L.
Yeah,
they may not. And you're like, oh, great,
right. But there's some places that I'd be like, bye. If I didn't bring something, I'm definitely trying to ask if
there's etiquette to shit. Yeah. If you ain't bringing nothing,
but if I brought something, I might.
Bitch, you need to wash your dish or something. Like, at least offer to help put some shit in the dishwasher. Yeah, do something.
I try. Sometimes I'm just falling at couches to go to sleep. So who knows? Who knows?
I love falling asleep on the couch. That's great.
Okay,
a comfy one at least. Ciao.
But yes,
will my life be different in a year? I think so. I definitely think so. Let me not say that. I feel like mine would very much be different in a year.
Hell
If the things that are in motion that I'm hoping for stay in motion or whatever, my life would definitely be different in a year. I definitely want to be in the beginning phases of my whiskey production journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next year. That's for fucking sure. I will, what am I turning next year? 32? Jesus, I'll be turning 30 fucking 2. So I will be like 2 years out from actual actions regarding becoming a parent.
Yep, that's true.
There'll be a lot of I definitely want, like, by next year, during next year, whatever, I definitely want to be a more centered, overall healthier version of myself, a more disciplined version of myself. And I feel like in working on those things, inevitably other things will then look different and be different.
Right.
So the only real thing I can control is myself and how I utilize and maneuver the opportunities that present themselves to me. So if I take all the opportunities presented to me that actually make sense and apply my best self to them, whatever the fuck that looks like.
Right.
That's such a lofty answer, but it's really all I can manage because it's all I can control.
Right. No,
like
100%.
I just want to be a more disciplined, healthier version of myself.
Hell yeah.
And I want to reap the benefits of what comes of that in how that presents in the physical.
Yeah.
And that is, so that will inevitably be a different looking year than this one. Because I feel like I've just been doing a lot of, like, keeping my head down, just working, trying to, like, get to the point where I can kind of look up and then do the creative and the fun and the travel and all that.
Right.
And so that has just been the mode that I've been on for, well, not even just 12 months, for fucking years now.
Yeah. Hell
and
yeah.
so I think next year will finally be the year where I can kind of reap the benefits of doing all of that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm very interested to see what that looks like. And it's not going to look perfect. I already fucking know.
I mean, it never will. Sorry, y'all. It never will. Like, I feel like I'm already accepting that, you know, who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Erica the other day, and I was just kind of like, you know, I really want it to be like, I'm ready to get rid of, like, these stressful, chaotic problems and just have new ones at this point. Like, I'm ready for, like,
right, because it's
just
like
cycle
it's
me
never
out
that
of
the
these
stress goes
ones.
away.
Cycle me out of these ones. Like, I'm over, like, thinking about money. I mean, I know that's always going to be.
I'm ready for rich people problems.
Yeah, like, it was just a little level up on the money problems. You know, I just want a little level up on the money problems, and then I want to, you know, like, rent's not a problem. Like, I'm over that problem. You know, I really just want to kind of just, like, that's always going to be taken care of. I already know. I mean, it's always, I'm always have a house.
You can say you know, like, yourself, you trust yourself, so you know you're always going to make it happen. But I get what you're saying.
Just to fight for it. Like, I'm done for the fight.
Like, having rent on auto pay is, like, basically the thing.
Man.
Like, you want to.
Everything on auto pay is the goal.
I'll tell you what, everything on auto pay is a fucking, that's
a dream.
It's fucking great.
Where it's not on auto pay and you're like, damn, I forgot that shit's on auto pay.
I forget. If I didn't have everything on auto pay, I'd forget to pay it. I would know the roundabout time that it's due, and I'd probably wind up paying it like the week after. Just knowing myself. Because regardless of how important it is, it's just not the first thing in my mind.
That's real.
On a day-to-day basis. Oh, so thank God for auto pay.
Bills are up there for me, but they're not like, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna pay them for sure. Like, rent is always like, okay, I know what time of the year it is, or time of the month it is. But yeah, like other stuff like internet shit, you're like, oh yeah, because them motherfuckers don't give you like real reminders or nothing. Them motherfuckers just
no.
They don't give you real reminders at all.
Okay, no, I get a reminder from Sprint and I get a reminder from Verizon.
I get Verizon.
And their only reminder is your invoice is ready.
Right, it's done.
And then afterwards, it's like, thank you for your
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, well, at least y'all did communicate. Y'all did communicate some type of way.
My cable people, they do not remind you. Look,
they don't give a
back
fuck.
Up, you like,
they don't give a fuck.
They'll
just shut that bitch off.
Because Swore paid that bitch. But, you know, be like that. It be like that, y'all. But we're going to get out of it. We growing up.
We're growing
up. you know,
we growing at or whatever.
I'm ready for the 30s. I think the 30s are going to be the years of laying foundations and getting into the habits, where the year of the 40s is hopefully the beginning.
Yeah, apparently 40s is where you really lose your give a fuck.
I already lost that, so how do I lose more?
To an extent, I have very little fuck to give.
But I still
have, but I can't say I'm without fucks to give.
I think that when people say that, they think more about like people and relationships and stuff like that, where I'm like, I've been at that since I was a child, weirdly enough. Like, a bitch didn't give a fuck.
That's the Aquarius in you, bitch.
Like,
that's the Aquarius.
Because when I hear a lot of people, you don't give a fuck about the men around. I mean, yeah, I guess I, give a fuck about the dudes and the women.
The dudes.
And how that's up. But like in the past, like 6-7 years, it has not been a problem. I don't give a fuck. Like, if it either goes down or it doesn't, like, where we at?
You have your moments of give a fuck.
Yeah.
And there are moments.
Okay, she knows.
They happen quickly and then they dissipate
moments.
almost as quickly as that.
Give me at this point. I need my 40s to be more of give me a reason to give a fuck. Not that I lose my give a fuck. Just give me a reason to.
Reason to give a fuck.
Because
I like that.
It's
I like that.
Until then, here we are.
What is we doing?
Until then, here we are.
Why are we?
But for me, it's just like I'm ready.
And
by the end of my 30s, I'm ready to have my own like home though, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I don't give a fuck.
Motherfucking sure.
I want my own home. I want my own home in the next 4 or 5 years.
I was about to say it's gonna be before 40, bitch.
Yeah.
We're not waiting until our 40s to be homeowners. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no. And I just want like either like I want to stay in the city for sure, but like a home, like a home.
Well, girl, we need to go ahead and start stacking these millies, cause baby.
Oh, I don't know if it's this city I'll be in, but I want to be in a city. Yeah,
in a metropolitan area.
Yeah. I can't be out.
I was about to say DC is like talk about a chokehold on a bitch. I can't be in those
suburbs. I'm okay.
But you still need to get your license and get to driving, bitch. Okay, regardless of whether or not you.
So really, honestly, though, I talk about. I'm not gonna tell y'all about my dream about that, but yes, I want to get that. And yes, part of the reason is to travel to other places. But there's a bigger main reason for that.
Okay. I'm talking about wanting to have some land and shit. There ain't no fucking land to be had in the middle of the city for me. So you have to be able to drive to my land and drive to my facilities and things when I'm doing the things I'm doing in the future.
I know, and you know what? This is perfect.
I have kids and you're taking them for the day. Well, the one kid. I've decided I'm not having multiple. But I have my kid, and you're taking them for the day for Day with Auntie Pre. You got a vehicle to be around it.
I guess so.
Yes, that's what 30s is when you start thinking about the auntie-isms and the godmommy-isms and all the things. It gets real. It gets real.
But you know what? It's so great that you are going down this path of making spirited stuff so I could just make gin at your facilities.
Yes.
So wonderful.
Absolutely.
Already worked out great.
It's already worked out. The manifestations are already happening. The universe makes no mistakes and puts you in connection with who you need to be in connection with.
Love it. Then I could just learn
that actually works for me because then I don't have to worry about producing gin because I already have someone who wants to produce gin.
I want to make gin
and I can focus on the spirits I want to produce.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
I want to make gin so bad. And then afterwards, maybe rum, but gin is
You'll be able to produce your own label in my facility.
Top priority, for sure.
There we go.
I love me some gin.
Love it.
Love me some gin.
Because as much as I love gin, I don't have a passion for producing it.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy to just taste my friend's shit.
Yeah, right?
And do it like that. A little something like this.
Man,
Ciao. How long are we already been
We're an hour 24, so let's choose like.
So we'll do our fourth set, but then do you want to? We'll pick one of these shows to talk about. I feel like we have to talk about the second one then because that's the one we both are watching.
Okay, we definitely got to do that one, and then one of these Winner or Nas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Winner or Nas. Fuck, we have so much to talk about with that today. Okay.
You know what? We can save these Winner or Nas. I think
we actually can.
Let's save those.
Okay, so
and let's go to these
one
shows.
of them.
Yeah, because this air fryer John is hilarious.
Let's do that one. Okay. So let's do our fourth sip. We'll do that one, and then we'll move on to whiskey tea.
Yeah. Okay.
Child, we actually had a lengthy outline for y'all.
Yes,
today.
we did.
I was like, let me get some topics on the board, child.
So
fourth sip.
Because we're already at the last sip, so.
Yeah. So fourth is Old Dominick.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. That smells really sweet. Okay. I'm jumping ahead. Per the distiller, our ambitious pursuit of vodkas possessing an uncompromising character originates from Domenico Canales' passion for sharing fine spirits made from the choicest ingredients. Whether classically unadorned or infused with southern-inspired botanicals and fruits, our Memphis vodka can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or as the illuminating base of a mixed drink. Okay. No matter how you enjoy, our Memphis vodka is 80 proof of pure Memphis. This name pays homage to where the Old Dominick story began in 1866, a bustling warehouse where D. Canale first sold his bourbon in downtown Memphis. With each sip invoking a feeling of rediscovery. Okay. That was real wordy, but hey, Old Dominick.
Did they say if this is like corn or not? Like, what is
They
this?
didn't share the mash.
Okay.
They don't share the base, but I have a feeling it's grain.
Yeah.
I mean, characterful. Like, this is the most characterful on the nose of the lineup so far.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like vanilla. It smells like honey.
That's why I'm thinking it's grain.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Wow, definitely honey vanilla. There's something approaching funky, but it's not funky. It's like some iteration of earth. There's a sweetness there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Is that like almost smells like sugar? I told you.
It's like sugar. It's almost vanilla creamy for me.
Yeah. It reminds me of like vanilla cream, like an ice cream,
right?
Like,
exactly.
Or a sweet cream.
Yep.
Vanilla, like.
Agreed. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it smells like sweet cream.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't recall ever trying Old Dominick vodka before. This is good.
This is drier than the rest of them. Mm-hmm. More characterful than our first three right now.
Wow. That vanilla cream translates on the palate. I was just
about to say that. Straight onto it.
Wow.
Which makes me, I don't know why I haven't yet gotten motherfucking Cardi B's fucking vodka whipped cream. Because I know I want them so bad.
The whip shots are actually good.
You've had some?
I've had some.
Oh my God. I want some so bad.
Girl, we should get some. Cardi, can you have your manufacturer sponsor us with a lineup of, let's say, 7 flavors on your website? If you have that many. I know you have flavors. Let's say 5. We'll keep it 5. Won't be greedy. But yeah.
When it first enters, it gives me like dry cacao. Like we're doing dark cacao powder again. Like
that dark cacao powder is there.
Like
it
raw,
also pops back
cacao.
up in the back.
Yeah. Exactly.
After it's all said and done, it pops right back up in the back of my tongue.
Raw cacao, for
like
sure.
The part of my tongue that would smack my tonsils. Pause.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
That's where it sits.
Oh, I'm over here.
I know everyone who watches on YouTube gets a kick out of the wild ass faces and motions and titty adjusting and all the things.
I was watching this podcast. It was Laura and Lionel, and they hold their mics, and one guy has a mic stand, but he just kept
just moving shit around and oh my
adjustment. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that was driving me a little nuts. Oh my God.
Sister, the other guy just holding it like this. He just kept moving that shit. I said, sis, if you can't sit still, then you need a mic that is just going to be fine no matter, because I move a lot. Move a lot.
That's why a mic stand is necessary.
Yeah, but he had one. That's what's so crazy, but he kept moving the mic stand.
Oh, God.
That shit was crazy. I said, nigga.
That must be like a nervous tick type thing.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll show you after
if you're doing a podcast, you don't already know where to put your fucking microphone to make it work.
Moving. It just kept, I said, this nigga just keeps moving. He kept talking and kept moving. And then I got back to it, and then it made me remember how our sound is pretty motherfucking good.
It's pretty fucking great.
These motherfucking shit was just all over the place. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, you're going to listen to it, but it was just like, you know. Our shit's not that bad. You know, I'm very much so into this vodka.
I'm into this old Dominick right now. I'm liking this. If you'd like to keep this bottle, you can. I can get another one.
Yes, I'll take it.
Really good.
Because it reminds me of an adult milkshake, which I fucking love. Mm-hmm. And I love that. I love
if I were to have an adult milkshake where it called for vodka as the base, I would like this vodka to be the one in it.
Yeah. I like boozy, creamy drinks, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I like boozy, creamy drinks done well.
I do. Actually, like, if it's a day, I mean, I'll drink a White Russian. I will. Like, if you do it right, like, I like the heavy cream whipped. Right. On top, layered.
There has to be a frothiness to it for me. Like, it's a texture thing for me. Yeah. I don't like heavy, like, weighed down creamy that with just alcohol sitting on top.
I agree. No,
there's a lot of weird.
Because then I'm like, okay, my stomach's going to hurt after this.
Literally. I don't like that. But frothy I like, which is why I like the whip shot situation. Yeah. Because that whippedness to it makes it enjoyable for me. I just like froth, period.
Oh, I love it.
I don't think she thought I was being extra by wanting a frothy
no, I love you, Mo, but she was shaking a little weak.
She was shaking a little weak. I was like, you gotta make them titties move with this. Like, no,
she
bro.
She's like, my friends, yay.
Like, no. No.
Shake that bitch up, girl. No. You need to be pounding ice. That's why I cannot wait to teach people how to bartend, bruh. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas gonna be better than ever. I swear to God.
I love that. I'm gonna go to your class. Give me some
Let's
refreshers.
Go. I'm gonna bring the reliable type classes back where it's like you don't have to work here. You just come and we just teach every Thursdays or every day or whatever. Like not every day, but like once a day, once a week. I mean, it's gonna be mandatory for my staff. I think that's
a really cool. But shout out to Reliable for that because I always thought that was a really cool kind of contribution. Yeah, we were always just
industry. Like because we got nerdy as fuck, and it was also a great way for us to learn about ourselves.
Very like nerdy neighborhood bar. Which is like
we don't have that again anymore, and I'm like, I need to bring that shit back.
No longer that place.
It's there.
It's just different.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
Yeah,
especially without you there, it's not gonna be the same.
I mean, none of us are there. The only person that's still there is Les. It's a whole new team.
Yeah, that's gonna change things. Oh yeah, because wasn't Zach there too, or no? He was there. Look at me remember where people was working at.
Yeah, okay. Look at you. Wow.
I'm doing better, y'all.
Doing great. Okay, child. So I was on Instagram. You know me scrolling. And so my friend actually this one wasn't a scroll. This one was actually sent to me. And this girl.
This is one of them examples of some shit putting black people in a chokehold now. It was salmon and now it's this.
We're back with another amazing recipe. This time we're going to use seafood and we're going to use Chef Blake air fryer and Chef Blake seafood sprinkle. That's one of my favorite seasonings. No lie, no cap. Y'all heard that? Okay, we used some live crabs. We had a little wrestle in the beginning, but I mean, they became very understanding and they cooperated. I think that they enjoyed the seasoning themselves. Then we put the same seasoning back on top again and some more of my seafood sprinkle, one of my favorite, of course. So that we air fryer. Ooh, boom, boom, bam. Didn't take long at all. I didn't have to wait for nobody to stand over no pot.
Is she from New Orleans?
Now watch me crack these baby open. And I'm just about to enjoy this seafood.
Louisiana in general.
Yeah, she's from Louisiana. Let me not say New Orleans.
If you like it, share it, try it out. Let me know what you think. Order my air fryer and my seasoning.
When she said the baby, I knew it.
Okay, y'all. So,
y'all. It's the crab wrestling for me.
If y'all didn't hear, she was putting all this into an air fryer. And then, so it starts off, I don't think air fryer supposed to do all the stuff black people making them do.
Chokehold once again. Literally, one of my staff people, Victoria, puts everything in an air fryer. Now, when she said everything, I'm thinking, okay, she throw the salmon in there. Even I tried that. I still prefer to grill or to broil, but whatever. It does work. But you could not have told me without showing me that you can cook crabs alive in an air fryer. Bitch. And then she got the nerve to talk about that motherfucker wrestled her.
Not
after the wrestle, I'm probably not gonna even try to cook it anymore. I don't want to fight my food. I'm not doing live crabs. I'm not doing live lobsters. I buy my shit cooked.
Yeah.
Or at least already dead. I'm sorry. I'm not that girl.
This shit said it's gonna do whatever we tell it to do. Whenever we tell it to do it.
Bruh. It don't be the initial post on Twitter. It be the thread.
Woo, y'all,
on Black Twitter.
So funny,
when everyone chimes in and then chimes in with the appropriate memes.
No, listen.
Ain't nothing like Black Twitter when they get their hands on some memes.
Bitch.
Because the visual is what sews it up.
Y'all, this John. They said me watching the crabs getting air fried.
Double homicide. Yeah, double homicide.
Also, that part in history of TV, that was fucked up.
Oh my God, fucking double homicide.
That was
so fucked up.
Oh, she didn't have to say that.
She didn't have to say that. She knew that shit was going to be a moment.
Oh,
but she's also genuinely just ignorant like that. But anyway, we won't go down that rabbit hole of the Jocelyn Hernandez.
They did a gif of the inventor of the air fryer watching black people.
Bitch. They use what's her name? Not Constance. What's her name?
Yeah,
Constance, right?
Something. I think so.
Girl, the girl from the Parkers, child. Yeah, I know the girl.
The girl from Parkers.
The girl from the Parkers and from Moesha, honey.
Yeah, y'all just gotta go through that post. That's just fucking hilarious.
I don't know if I'm with it or not.
I think I'm with it because with the way
if I could throw crab legs in the air fryer and do a seafood bowl.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I'm probably gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it
for myself without all the extra liquid.
I gotta get a different air fryer though. Like
yeah,
I don't
know which one she had.
That's not gonna work in my air fryer.
I don't know which one she had. John.
Maybe I just gotta take all my little extra.
No, she had real live crabs though. Them bitches was
in the fucking air fryer,
clacking if you didn't hear it.
Like, imagine being alive and getting hot air to death. First of all, imagine being alive, and then she got the nerve to talk about she think the crabs like the fucking sprinkle. Come on, bitch. You know them crabs did not like being seasoned and sauced.
They got it together.
Like a crab is gonna enjoy being sauced.
She just throwing butter. She just
throwing shit on these crabs. I think they enjoying it too, y'all.
Just sitting there, just.
Yes, I enjoyed this salty ass seasoning you're putting on me as you prep me for my death.
Right, that crab did not want to go in there. He knew what the fuck it was.
That is not their idea of a last meal, Peach.
That crab knew what was happening. Knew what was happening.
Well, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Maybe they did. He was wrestling. I think he knew what was happening.
All that shit looked fresh though. Her shrimp looked fresh as fuck. Like it looked like it was just caught.
First of all, the boil looks bomb.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say it looks nasty or nothing. That boil looks good as fucking like a good Nolan's boil.
Look. Okay.
Good. Let me say Louisiana. Let me stop saying no. It's like that's the only place in Louisiana. A good Louisiana boil.
I only said that because I'm like, I don't know. I guess Nolans be. I guess they be eating their crabs too. I don't never. Really
they do. They just focus more on the crawfish.
Yeah.
I'm not touching no crawfish.
No, wait.
I don't suck on heads. I'm not doing that shit.
She definitely from the area though, like for sure.
That baby was hidden.
Yeah, for sure.
Child.
Nah, that shit is hilarious. I think that's so funny. So funny.
I guess I'm with it.
I'm with it. The reason why I'm mostly with it, like I don't got an air fryer now.
Motherfuckers in the chokehold like it is, but
right. I don't have an air fryer now, but I would probably be in the chokehold because it shit just comes out so easy and so quick. It seems like
easy.
Just easy and quick. So it's
I like to throw some wings in the air fryer instead of the oven. Like my frozen stuff, air fryer first before I do it in the oven for sure.
Oh, that's real.
I like to do French fries in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Versus the oven. It gives a crispier situation.
Yeah.
I like that you can have it on this rack. It's not sitting in, like I can oil it, but I'm also have it sit in the rack so it's not like doused in oil and all that type of stuff. Like, so I like it for that type of stuff, for sure. I just don't think it needs to have you on a chokehold. Like, it's okay to still use your pots and pans. It's okay to still use your oven. It's okay to throw some shit on the grill. Nothing beats a grilled burger and hot dog. Now, when y'all start throwing burgers and hot dogs in the air fryer, that's where I'm like, nah. I draw the line. You have to remain a purist about something.
I mean, I don't even have one. I don't even have an air fryer, regardless. But I also don't cook that much. Like, if I'm cooking this oven in stovetop, like a bitch's oven stovetop, like that's just how it's going down. So
this is wild.
That is hilarious to me.
Wild times, y'all.
Hilarious to me.
Wild fucking
times.
Hell
yeah. Wild as fuck. But child, this Game of Thrones, honey. We going to what's tea? What's going on in these shows?
Yes, it's time for what's tea, y'all. Ooh.
Listen, okay. Look, Game of Thrones,
but not even
House of Dragon.
No, you got closer to the actual name than people say, because one of my bullet points today is why
House
black
of
people
Dragons?
keep changing names.
What's the name?
I've been saying House of Dragons this entire time.
What is it?
Just for me to go on HBO and actually read the title.
House of the Dragon?
House of the Dragon.
Whatever.
We cut
House
out
of
shit.
Dragons!
We will cut out a word and add an S to everything. We always go flip it into what makes literal sense, because House of Dragons makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like why didn't they just call
y'all
it
got
that?
multiple dragons, my guy?
There's literally House of Dragons between the people and the actual dragons.
It's an actual House of Dragons. Why are we calling it House of the Dragon?
I don't know.
I guess because
if it was about the Lannisters, would it be called House of the Lions? Because that's stupid.
House of the Lion. No, they don't need to add the S. That's the part that makes it weird. They could have multiple lions running around, but nope. It's House of the Lion.
That's crazy as fuck. That's true.
It's fucking wild.
But child, did you finish?
I didn't finish.
Okay.
I'm on episode 9.
Okay, you're
currently,
close.
So I'm getting.
You're close.
I'm
Very
inching my way.
close.
I fell asleep. It's so half parts, so I rewatched from episode 6 forward. So now, so I'm getting there. But
yes.
Spoiler alert for those who have not that caught up. At this point, you should be though, because
I hope
season
so.
finale came out.
Yep.
So I am really tripping out by Rhaenyra. I started very much Team Rhaenyra, but as life has jumped 10 years ahead, and she still, and I guess it still speaks to the time they're in, because I'm like, no one's gonna call out the pedophilia and the weird and the incest of it all, but I have to keep accounting for
The period of time we're in.
Normal.
Yep.
During this period of time.
Yep. Keeping pure blood was that.
Even if that means you're fucking giving birth to people who are special needs.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Keeping pure blood.
People with diseases and issues that they didn't necessarily need to have if you had bothered to diversify the gene pool a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, on one hand, Rhaenyra decided to diversify the gene pool and has the most normal looking kids in the realm.
Show it is. I'm sorry. I've seen Black throughout the whole thing. I don't give a fuck.
You seen what?
Fuck Alicent. Fuck Otto Hightower. I'm
Alicent,
Team Black,
bro.
I'm Team Black. Fuck the Greens. They kiss my ass.
Fuck Alicent.
Alicent is just a jealous ass
with a hard
little girl.
sandpaper dick who doesn't know how to not take her cues and get her thoughts hand fed to her by men.
Period.
Like, girl, what?
Period.
I already wasn't fucking with Alicent when she got with the king in the first place. Granted, she was kind of summoned, but at the same time, she was positioning herself to be that person anyway.
Period.
She put herself there and wanted that outcome, and then tries to act like she didn't ultimately want to provide the heirs.
Period.
Acting like she was cool with Rhaenyra being the next one on the throne or whatever. Like, she still was trying to. There was a point in time in the beginning where she was acting like she was all for that.
Right.
Or just all for whatever the king decides.
First
really,
off,
he's the one that makes the decision. But then she's like nitpicking at this thing about whether or not you fucked your uncle. None of your business, bitch.
Doesn't matter, bitch.
None of your fucking business.
You're just mad that I'm fucking fine ass motherfuckers and you are not.
Fuck. Meanwhile, you're fucking my psoriasis-ridden father. No shade to the individuals with skin stuff, because it's not about that.
It's not about that.
It's about the fact that he's not attractive. His hair is stringy as fuck. He's already balding. He's not cute. His skin is gross and scaly and peeling, and he's not
diseased.
He's only treating it with leeches.
He doesn't know how to. They didn't know how to treat skin back then.
Nah, but here's the thing. Did you peep it when the assistant to the doctor who's black provided the medicinal way of helping?
Said no, he likes leeches.
We've been treating it with leeches this whole time.
And the nigga was like, all right, okay.
Here's shit to help him sleep then.
Right. Make sure, let's get him done now.
But it's the fact that HBO know what they doing. Black people be offering y'all answers for fucking
years.
And
centuries, thousands.
So stubborn and thinking that you know better.
No, I said the same thing.
Regardless of how painful it is, regardless of the scarring.
I said the same thing.
We can aid this internally. No. Leech has been giving him relief all this time.
Has it though? Or is he just taking it because there's nothing
because
else
that's the only option you're giving him.
He's not a doctor.
King didn't even think to acknowledge this young black man, offering him an alternative solution.
Nope. It was funny.
And that's why your ass stayed old, scaly, and stringy haired your entire fucking kingship.
Poor thing, Viserys. He was a nice king, though.
And laid you, yes.
You were.
And the thing about it is, you were actually a decent person.
It's too bad that people around you aren't
trash.
trash.
Garbage.
They were sucktastic.
Garbage.
Yeah, no, they sucked.
Bitch. Again, fuck Allison. When they had that issue with the child, between the kids, after he stole Vagar, girl, first of all, I was like, why didn't one of y'all already claim this damn dragon? I guess y'all were busy mourning the mom.
It was just a day. It was a day later. It was the funeral night.
Only the next day.
It was a funeral night.
Shit. Oh, he hopped on that shit early. So it's giving Joffrey vibes, but a little smarter than Joffrey. Because Joffrey was dumb as a bag of bricks. But Joffrey, this one, Armageddon, whatever his name is, stealing Vagar and claiming him.
Armageddon.
So after that whole thing where the kids caught him stealing Vagar and all that, he winds up getting his eye sliced, as he kind of deserved. But whatever.
He did.
When she had the nerve to try to literally be on some eye for an eye shit, like, bitch, what? Right. So your son was attacked. Your son literally beat up 4 kids.
Literally.
And I was definitely looking at like, y'all jumped his ass and still managed to get your ass beat?
They sure did, because they're very nice kids.
They're nice kids.
But like,
they meant well.
What was so funny is that when that episode came out, I can't remember the names of the 2 black girls, like Raina and something. But on Twitter, it was like, in the house of Valeria, motherfuckers say, "Nuck if you buck, bitch," because them bitches came right after you. Said you got Vagar.
Exactly.
Bitch, they coming after your ass. Like,
period.
It's
whether they win or lose, we gonna fight about this shit.
For me, the finale did not give everything I needed it to give, but it gave right at the end, like, oh Jesus. But then after that, my friend sent me the actual like lore and history, and I watched that shit on fucking YouTube, and
it's like in alignment with
everything that's coming up is
okay. I haven't seen the finale yet, y'all. I'm gonna watch it, but
I mean, like after the finale, I know what's gonna happen next season. I don't know how they're gonna dramatize it.
Yeah, how they're gonna put their spin on it, but
because technically all this did already happened before we got to actual Game of Thrones. Yeah, like this is beginning.
Yeah,
so
this is before.
There is already this story already out there for you to like find and read.
So I like that they're diving into each house. So now I want that. I'm sure there's going to be like a House of the Lannisters. Or
I would love that.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're setting.
But if you go on YouTube, they have animated versions, not animated per se, but like these accounts,
like recallings of
lore of like how these houses got started, how Targaryen got started, all the way back from Valeria and all this stuff. Like I went through all that shit yesterday.
Oh, you got to send it to me.
Yeah, okay. It's a lot, but like it was just like. What's coming up is just dumb. It's gonna be dumb, and but a very perfect Westeros story. It just is.
Ooh, ciao.
Ciao. Okay. Last sip.
Let's do our last sip, and then we'll
get out of here. Yes. But period.
I was gonna say where we eat is gonna be nice and short because
period. I just read that and it's completely true.
So our last sip, I wanted to go in the flavored realm. So we're staying in Memphis at Old Dominick, y'all.
Okay.
Old Dominick's Honeybell vodka. This vodka is my go-to for citrus forward vodka. Okay. I don't do a ton of flavored shit. This is one of the few that I do, and this is if I'm drinking a Cosmopolitan at all, if at all. It's with this. Okay. Because I like a citrus vodka in a Cosmo. Okay. And so this is one I like because it's not artificial. I'm not going to get into the backstory about Old Dominick again. Right. Just get into the Honeybell. So their Honeybell citrus flavored vodka captures the fragrant sweetness of the Honeybell's luscious juice as well as the distinctive bitters of its deep orange zest. Honeybell is a type of orange. Okay. Ooh. God, it's on the nose. This is also 80 proof. Okay. So it's their Old Dominick vodka standard infused with that Honeybell. Wow, that's orange. Really nice. Yeah. Girl. That's really nice smelling. Like when I say fragrant but not fake, fragrant but like, and it's concentrate. So this smell of this orange, if you can imagine how that tastes but in juice form, that's how that mimosa was in Colombia. Ooh. Do you see what I'm saying? Bitch, yes, that's a good mimosa. Ooh, bitch, ooh. where the wine, the sparkling wine is complimenting the juice rather than the juice trying to compliment the wine. Like that's if I'm like going all out like at my house or something like that. Like let's say I'm having a brunch at my house. Yeah. I would want to do my mimosas with this vodka in it, a spike of this. Some really good champagne or prosecco. I'm not picky on which. And like the tangerine juice from Trader Joe's. It's better than like just regular orange juice.
No, I feel you.
Tangerine juice. A splash of
At
this.
one time we were there and there was like it wasn't grapefruit, but it was like, it might have been, maybe it was like a type of blood orange that they used instead of an actual like orange or something like that. Because it wasn't bitter. It still had this juiciness to it, but it wasn't grapefruit either. But it was a pink hue to it. So I'm like, it gave a feeling of like they were going to pick these oranges from somewhere to use every day, which was really awesome.
I mean, all this orange is like so there.
It is.
It's
the oil, the juice,
me of the type
peel.
of orange is giving, and it minus. Let's take the chemical part out of this, y'all. You know those those like scented markers that actually smelled really good, like when we were younger.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And the ones that motherfuckers would literally be sitting there making themselves lightheaded, like smelling and shit, because they smell like Fruit Loops.
Why would you even make scented markers for children?
Child.
Why would you even do that though? Like, because
they know what the fuck they're doing and other people are gonna keep buying it.
Jesus
So it's
Christ.
like a combination of like that orange scented marker, but also like orange Fruit Loops.
Okay, orange Fruit Loops I definitely get.
Because those markers smelled like the Fruit Loops,
yeah,
but with chemicals.
100%.
And so it's like there's no chemical smell in this at all, y'all. This actually smells delicious.
It smells so
It's like
good.
if we were allowed to smell this instead of the marker, our brain cells would be a lot better preserved.
Very dry. It's almost giving if you had like it's almost giving emergency feel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow, like the powder or the pill?
The powder.
Oh.
But it's dry. It doesn't have any weird sweetness finishing it off, which is nice.
No weird aftertaste. What I like about this, especially for the Cosmo, because people typically put like a triple sec or something in it. Like, I don't need triple sec with this because the orange is very much there.
Well, I definitely build my Cosmos like margarita style with cranberry juice in it, but that makes sense. So I do a little bit of sugar, a little bit of Cointreau, lime, the citrus vodka, and then cranberry juice.
Yeah. So with this, I'm probably still gonna do a splash of Cointreau because I just like Cointreau.
Right.
It has its own character that I like.
But you don't really need.
But
this is so
with this, orangey. You don't need it.
Yeah,
like
so orangey.
I can do my sugar and still have my orange component.
Absolutely,
which is nice.
Yeah.
So
it's delicious.
I like it.
Yeah, this is so orangey. Once again, all parts of it, even the orange seed, like if you like eating the seed of an orange is coming through the vodka.
Yeah, no, really,
just that little bit of
biting
that
into that seed. Yeah. Oh, it's so there.
Yeah.
Like they're spot on with their own tasting notes. One of the few that's like spot on. Like, I love this vodka a lot.
Yeah,
and I don't say that about many vodkas.
I would want to make this into a Ramos.
Ooh,
very much so.
I rarely drink those. This will make a good one.
Yeah, that should be fucking bomb.
Wow. Damn,
that sounds really delicious.
Now I want one of those.
Yeah, I want one too.
It
like,
makes you want to take it to like a bar where someone will allow me to take it to and be like, "Can you make me one with this?"
That's true. I make the best Ramos in the city. I don't give a fuck, hands down.
Oh yes, you know I've never had one of your Ramos fizzes.
They stand up the best.
Next time I come to Allegory, that's what I'm getting.
Got you. I'm ready.
That's what I'm getting.
Every time. I'm ready for you.
Oh, I love that. Because my mom has been wanting to go to Allegory anyway. So
I know. I'll see her in a minute.
We'll probably do a date night this weekend or something. And come to Allegory.
Put us on a list, bitch.
Yes. I had a good little impromptu date with Erica at Allegory the other night.
Yes.
That was nice.
That was nice that y'all wanted to come through at the same time. She wants to come back through too. Or whatever. I can't remember what day though.
I'm gonna see my mom doing this weekend. You know, her dance card be full and shit.
Her what?
Her dance card be full. She be on dates.
Yeah, I know. That's what we should bring on here. We should bring on Dee's mom, y'all.
She said first of all, she's so ready because my mom likes to flap her gums, if y'all couldn't tell from the episode where she was in the background. So she's already talking about, let me know when you're ready for me to come on the podcast.
I cannot.
Girl.
Wait. You know, because it'd probably be embarrassing to Dee, but there's so many things that me and her mom could talk about.
First of all, I'm trying to learn to not cringe so much about the things my mother says. I'm a work in progress.
It's just natural, though. It is really natural.
It's natural when it's your parents.
To not cringe at your parents saying some weird, especially sexual things is kind of weird. It's just kind of like, we don't have to talk about that, bro.
Because when her and Sonya started talking about whether or not they had a fruitful sex life, I was like, can I please be excused?
Yeah, you need
conversation.
I mean, it's nice
because Sonya's my friend, so I don't care about hearing about her sex life or whatever. But I forget that her and my mother are the same age.
Yeah.
So it's also natural for them to have that type of back and forth or whatever. So I was like, fuck me. Like, I just can't. God, is this what comes with being friends with your mom?
Like, kind of.
Ew.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ew.
At least the dating part. At least I think the dating part is nice. I think the sex part might get
I just don't want to hear about none of that. I can hear all about the dating part. I don't want to hear about the sex part. I'm just like,
I like to hear about it.
Please gag me with a spoon.
Yeah. Hey, Ma, I love
you. Moving on to where we're eating before I lose my ability to eat. We are eating wherever we're not footing the bill, y'all.
I'm eating in the house, y'all.
And technically we still foot the bill for that.
I started turning my tortillas into tortilla chips recently. Yes, so that was nice. Learned that I can actually... Oh, no, oil, like fry them in the fry pan.
I like them that way.
With my corn tortilla. You know I like corn tortillas. So.
I learned from watching Chef Jaren, who, nice little segu. I like... oiling and then heating my flour tortilla a little bit on the stove first before having my taco.
Oh yeah, that's what I do with my corn tortillas. I wasn't
always doing that. So I do that with my flour tortillas though. It makes them a little bit harder just to give them that little crunch around the edges, but still soft, and then the whole thing is hot.
Actually, no, sorry. I warm mine up, and I used to do a little oil in the pan, but now I like to oil just wrap them in paper towel, a little bit of water,
and do it in the microwave. I do that too if I'm being quick.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, this is my first round of making tacos, I'm not reheating leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it on the stove now.
Yeah, love it.
It's so nice.
Yes.
But shout out to Chef Jerem. I'm kind of craving his tacos.
Yes.
So I might just fuck with that today.
You should do it.
On my way home.
You should do it.
Do me a quick little drive-by.
Yeah.
Because I've been meaning to go back and support his pop-ups on Tuesdays.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I'm going to do that. Especially since we'll all be at work.
He just be sending me random... Jaren.
I want a crunch wrap.
Tell me, like... when you want to actually have a call, man, you be doing like drive-by messages in my DMs. Like, he said something random. I was like, what? Do you want to call? Do you want to talk on the phone?
Drive-by for me. First of all, do you have each other's phone number?
Yes.
So shoot a text, my nigga.
Just give me a time that you actually want to
busy
call.
and all, and chefs tend to be all over the place.
His on days are my off days. My off days are his on days. So we just be missing each other.
So it'd be a fly-by-night type of like.
Jaren is awesome. I love him. I really do.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him and your amazing food.
He's great.
So, yes, I'm here for it. That's what we're eating, y'all.
Yeah.
So take us to dinner, baby.
Yeah.
Period. Boom.
Let me know.
I'm always here for a platonic date.
You can always tell me that you want to treat me to dinner. Like, a bitch needs to be treated a lot. You know? So I don't have to do it myself.
Sponsor my meals,
I don't want to treat my own stuff anymore. I want you to treat me.
I want you to treat me.
You know what? One of my friends was actually real honest.
Duo date.
And I was asking her, I was like, could you be a third? And she said, only if they want to spoil me. And I said, that's real.
That's so real.
That's real. And then I asked myself, I said, am I in the age that I want to be spoiled right now? And I think it's true. I do want to be shared, but I also want to be spoiled. Like, I don't want to be the one spoiling anymore.
I want to be spoiled all my life.
Like, you should just be
I'm never in a phase of
why are you not just giving me things
personally? Like, I just want you to appreciate me just for being me and like shower me with things because I'm just me.
Like Erica said, we are looking for live sponsors. What does that mean? You just appreciate that I'm alive
and sponsor that so I can have the best quality of life possible.
Exactly. So if you're down to be a live sponsor,
there are perks that come with life sponsorship. It's not just an extra bill, you know.
No.
We have life enriching qualities.
You get to have me as a friend and you get to see me thrive. Because that's what you want me to do.
If you're good looking, you may get to have her as a lover.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's very true actually. But if we're starting off with
I can't offer that.
Life sponsorship, you know.
You'd have to be okay with a married couple.
Yeah,
but,
and then no, it's not gonna happen.
We're not the squarest married couple.
Yeah, this is very true.
We haven't jumped out there, but we also haven't written it off either.
Hey, I'm pretty sure if Ron here is live sponsor, that might perk up.
She's gonna jump out there. Welcome to my wife. That motherfucker, his life spot. Say what? I'm sorry, you said you're footing the bill
on all of it.
Oh, well, I mean, babe, let's have this conversation. Trips. Let's sit down. Let's get the spreadsheet out, and let's talk pros and cons, and let's see what we can make shake. That's her.
Period.
And so, if you happen to be that type of individual,
you want to sponsor my life,
male or female,
let me know. And it could be in different aspects. If you want to sponsor my feet and nails without some weird...
Yeah, you can sponsor one aspect.
Weird, because somebody tried to do that, but then he tried to have some weird, like... What was
that guy?
Complex about it. Yeah.
The foot guy. I remember.
And you're trying to do more without actually doing what you said you're going to do first.
Yeah.
No. If you want to see me have nice nails and feet, hit me up. If you want to see that I eat good, hit me up. If you want to see that I can dress good, hit me up. If you want to see that I can have a clean apartment and you want to pay for my motherfucking maid service, hit me up.
I overall just really want the softest life possible.
So that I can do what I want to do.
Whatever you're comfortable contributing to that goal, hit me up.
You want me to get around the city all right? Hit me up. Just like anything.
You want me to get around the city all right?
It's just anything. Anything.
That's hilarious.
You want to see my hair change colors? Whatever you want.
Speaking of,
because I want to color my hair.
I've been having an urge to change my hair color for like a year now, and CoStar finally told me it's time.
Shut up, CoStar.
It was one of their things under, like, when I was reading one of my daily updates. It was saying, like, I'm feeling urge for change. Da, da, da. It was in one of the statements that it was saying for me to do is change your hair color.
Oh. You've been saying this for a minute.
I've been saying
so I know, and Dee's going to be mad at this, but I've already decided.
You're going to cut your hair.
I'm going to color it first.
Okay.
So for my 30th birthday, I will go into my year with the color that I've been wanting for a year now. I'm going to go into the year, and then once that shit starts looking wet, my hair is coming off. I'm done.
Cut it.
Next year, my hair will be back short.
Are we thinking like just short, or are we thinking like short. Shaved? Okay.
Some people jump. No, I'm a shave.
Like low cut.
I'm going low cut so that I can grow it a little bit to color it weird. I'm about to get
play
back
around
into
with colors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
When Shantae did her big chop, when she did her big one, she played a lot with colors.
Oh yeah. I used to color my hair all the time, and then I'll get to the point where I can grow it a little bit so I can put weave in. Like, I'm ready to just start
anew and play.
Even though y'all motherfuckers out here is expensive, but like I said, by next year my shit's gonna just be flowing in, so I'm gonna have the budget to do these things. My mom will be able to help
on the color side, because she used to like do all that shit. She did her own hair, she did other people's hair, all that type of stuff. So she's good with that. I'm gonna have her maintain the color for me once I decide what my color is gonna be.
Right.
I haven't decided how drastic I want to go.
When I say
I definitely want to lift, like braids, I just don't know
lace fronts or anything, but
if I want to do like red, or if I want to like reach up, either do like a purple or something like. I don't know how crazy I want to go with it, so we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's my next goal.
Shout out to CoStar, always reading me.
30s is short, baby. I've always wanted to go back to short hair, so
I won't be selfish. I can understand the urge, because this is the longest I've let my hair grow, and I have an urge to cut it every day. But I'm gonna let it fucking grow.
I'm okay. I love it, but it's getting to the point where now I have to keep maintenance of it, and that was the point of not. That's the point of locking, was least amount of maintenance, and now I'm like, I need to actually keep this shit up. So now I'm ready to just go back to just get that bitch cut. Just cut that bitch.
Cut that bitch.
And then dye that bitch. And then cut it again.
It's giving double entendre. Cut that bitch can apply in more ways than one.
Oh, so many times, so many ways.
It's giving triple entendre. Actually, I'm thinking about all the ways it can apply. Before I go down that rabbit hole, thank you for listening to Soul Palate Podcast.
Always.
Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Period.
Engage.
Uh-huh.
Did I mention share?
Yes.
Did I mention engage?
Comment, bitch.
Did I mention comment?
Just share that bitch.
Just share that bitch.
Tag us when you do.
Share your thoughts. Share your feelings.
So we know. Shout out to Aleka, who commented recently.
Yes, and said that she actually enjoys
her weekly thing.
Every week. Yes.
So I appreciate that. That is so dope.
Shout out to all of our friends who listen, whether you say something or not, child. We appreciate you all, motherfuckers.
Seriously.
We appreciate you.
We see the growth that's happening. We see it through the people that are reaching out to us and all that. So we are so excited for where this is going to go.
Yes, and we're always working to make this the best quality content that we can put out.
Absolutely.
If y'all have any recommendations on where to find interns to help us make this party of 2 a party of 4, That would be fabulous.
Somebody, child.
Yeah, but we love y'all.
Love y'all.
And it's toast time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You know you ain't forget.
No, I did. Cheers.
Yeah.
See y'all later. Peace.
Bye.